I have the talking stick.
Before we judge the product, first, we need a proper intro to our court scene. I thought the mortar shot really well.
Shot shoot well, dude.
Have you met Douglas?
If you're in CQB and want to hit people in buildings in CQB,
No.
How much has Stingray paid you?
But here's the problem, Anthony. When I can throw a grenade further than the useful effective distance of that mortar, what's the fucking point? The range on both of those was dog shit.
Oh,
Wait,
really?
wait,
I did not see any of these products happen.
We fired two laws and a mortar.
And I want to know Jordan's. I'm curious, Jordan, from his perspective.
he's going to bleep it. It's the
Yeah, I'm gonna bleep that. You're right.
critical issue facing
No, it's
Airsoft.
not.
I think it's that VFC hasn't made a fixed carry handle upper for their AEGs. Sorry.
It's my critical issue is that I can't get a VFC
Jordan,
M249.
stop.
I'm just gonna go back to doing what I was doing.
Jordan, no, Jordan.
Shut up. Both of you were like, I wonder what Jordan's take on it. And as soon as he sat down, I've got a new scar on my face from getting shot with an LMG. You know what else is new? Zulu 24 Podcast home. Guys, if you're watching this over on the Zulu 24 Airsoft Park channel, just know that the Zulu 24 Podcast has its own YouTube channel. So head on over there and like and subscribe over there.
Rubber meets the road.
When the-
tire.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah,
I was like, what?
Same.
I wasn't gonna correct him. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Zulu 24 Podcast. As always, I'm joined by Anthony from Anttech Airsoft Studios. Red Drink Rich is in the house, and Jordan from Zulu Outdoor.
Why are
Hey,
you all
guys.
staring at me?
I denounced tires that are not made of rubber.
Okay.
I was gonna say you cut him off. That's like trying to stop the autism train.
I know.
You knew
I
that was a bad idea.
I was trying to see how long it could go.
So Blood Diamond's coming up. And Rich, you gave me this beautiful gift. This is a
Well, I got Jordan one too.
Thank you.
It has. It's a
Chicom.
It's a Type 01 Navy, and it's from my friend Jason. You've met Jason before, and he is part of Far East Tactical Group, and they do all these Asian impressions. Like some of these guys have like the craziest Asian impressions. Some of them have gone to MSW as full squads. I know they have like a couple of guys that do like Filipino kit and like all kinds of stuff. Chinese, Vietnamese, Thailand.
I will be Mende, which means I will be a African tribal militia dude. So apparently, before we were filming, you guys said that there is a reasonable lore that would make this Chinese Chicom kosher for such a tribal rebel to have because of Silk Road.
Possibly.
Sorry.
So now
I double checked myself. It's not the Silk Road. It's Belt and Road Initiative.
yeah, I would, and you know what? Maybe Jason can get into the comments because he will definitely correct us with this. But go on, continue.
Yeah, because like if I just run like a modern chest rig, like that's
Yeah.
not very, you know what I'm saying? And then the Galil is justified, I already know, because the African R4 rifle is just IWI Galil that was contracted to
Pretty much, yeah.
the African military.
Yep.
And there's photos. You can find photos of it being used. Mm-hmm. The only difference is that theirs has there's versions that have like the, I guess the Black Ops 1 kind of Galil. Mm-hmm. But then there's versions that are like the ARM, but the handguard's just black. Fortunately, I have a second one. I'm going to spray paint that black. I'm going to get that on here. It's going to be the R4. We'll pretend that the Hebrew's not on it. You know, 'cause I don't think the R4 had the Hebrew lettering on it.
You know what?
Run this with the Chicom, right? I'm tribaled out.
Yeah.
And to enhance the lore even more, there have been discussions about roasting a pig over at our camp. Like, we're going to have a cookout, dude. Like, we're going to be eating. We're going to be feasting. It's going to be our, like, tribal town. And people that come, we're going to offer them food, right? Or not, if we don't like them. If we don't like the diamonds that they're proposing to give us. And I want to add even more lore because Zulu is all about sound. You know what I'm saying? Visuals.
Please don't.
Experience.
Please don't.
But what about smell? I want to burn a tire just so that we can get that aroma in the air and really feel like we're in Africa.
You know, if we okay, so
Can I burn a tire during Blood Diamond?
Real talk. No, you cannot. Real talk. If we didn't, if
You don't let me fucking do anything.
if we weren't in the middle of civilization, I'd probably give it. I probably would have already done it because I understand what you're talking about, and it does create like that black smoke that's pretty ominous and shit.
People will know where our camp is because they'll see the
Yeah,
black
so
smoke.
will the houses next to us.
Yeah. So will the fire department.
And
Yeah.
guess what?
And the fire department's right around the corner.
They can bid diamonds like everybody else. All right?
I don't think
You
you
guys burning tires over here? Nope.
Like,
All you gotta do is take a couple of EG black smokes and just throw them in there.
Anthony's making my job real hard today.
It's definitely have you ever seen like the actual
Jesus.
have you actually seen like some of those interviews of like there was one like
pretty sure
National
they've seen all.
Geographic show that talked about like it was but after Black Hawk Down or during that whole like time period of the late 90s, and one of the like these like mercenary guys was talking to like, oh, it was in Sierra Leone, that's it. So like around the early 90s where like they literally were talking, trying to get through a checkpoint, and one of the guys, it was like a young kid, like 16, and his name was General Mickey Mouse. He
Hell
named
yeah.
himself General Mickey Mouse, and he literally described, and this is on like national television as he's describing this like ex-mercenary like army guy, whatever, and he talks about how these security like I guess checkpoint was a man's head and his intestines as the actual bar, and you know they had to talk to this guy, and he wanted the guy's Rolex. So I guess that scene in that what's that movie, Benghazi, is like,
Yeah.
I want them. He wanted his watch or something, but then he goes no, and then gave him like a candy bar instead. He's like, oh great, excellent, and like his name was General Mickey Mouse. They all had. He talked about how they all had like psychotic names. They all had like the most ridiculous names, like General Goofy and like just the wackiest
General
stuff
Grievous.
before it was a thing.
All right, cool. Now I'm going to think of my name. I'm going to think of my name for this. This is going to be great. I'm going to have a great time. I already have our whistles. They're not going to be true whistles, but they are going to be a thing that work like a whistle.
I wish
that make a very unique noise.
You know which gun I would use if that was the case, but I just don't want to have to work on it or anything like that. The HK 53 or 33, actually the 33, the longer version. I've always seen pictures of that. Besides the AK, that gun,
It's that, the AK, the FAL.
the FAL,
Some of these are
Some of
actually,
those.
those are a bit more rare.
and then
And then some just World War II guns or
Yeah,
like
PK
well, not
PKMs.
RPD's not World War II, but I've seen RPDs in the photos.
yeah,
They'll have PPSHs.
yeah,
You know what I'm
just
saying?
like just every kind of like wackadoo
Wackadoo.
gun, wackadoo.
Very wackadoo. Like what is it? TT.
You talking about this?
What's that Russian
No,
pistol?
that's an AK-53. I'm talking about it's a HK.
Oh, HK.
Is it the T?
It's a G3, but chambered in 5.56.
5.56. The 53 is
What's
the smaller one.
the TT-33?
That's a pistol.
That Russian.
Okay,
They'll have
yeah.
that.
Yeah. The longer version of
Yeah.
The short one is the 53, I think, the designation.
And
I
you know
think
those-
Hoffman had one of those.
He did. He bought the Classic Army one,
Yep.
which is an AG. Could never get it to run right.
Yeah.
HPA'd it for a little bit, ripped it apart, took the Polar Star out, put it in something else, and then just sold the shell at the flea market for like $50.
Yeah, that's
The LCT, I do it, but like I'm like,
I
whatever.
can get you one.
I don't need any more guns. I just want to look.
Just stop buying CGSs.
Anyone in the comments, if you know of an individual or a place or whatever that has a VFC GBBR M249, please reach out to me. I am looking for one. Please.
I think JK Army has them in stock, actually.
Finally, I
I don't know. I was looking at some Chinese website that had them.
Rich's want to buy post for this VFC gas gun is going to be
tricked. I'm getting tricked. I'm like, guys are messaging me like, oh yeah, I have one.
Your
I'm like,
want to buy post is going to be an ASPCA type of video, like in the arms, just pictures of you behind a cage, like sad. Like
that's all I want is that.
Rich wants a gas blowback.
But I did. Hey,
M249.
look, I did show Anthony a new website that I heard about. It's called. It literally is the. It is
JK Army has them.
AirsoftUpgrades.com.
AirsoftUpgrades.com. You'd think, what is this? It's just like that. Remember the one Tokyo Marine USA? AirsoftUpgrades.com is a cross section of every website and shows you what's in stock.
So you
If you're
look,
looking for
you
parts,
look
I
up
showed
what you
Anthony-
need, and then it'll find it for you.
It's actually
So it's almost like that thing that Foghorn 5 actually wanted.
It's like the
it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, for like a first generation thing. What did you think of it?
I like the concept of it. However, there were parts I was looking for a customer build, and I ended up just it was easier for me to just do the generic Google search, go to page 5, and eventually I
Yeah.
find the stuff I need. So it's like getting there. They're gonna really need to include if they want it to be the best thing possible,
Yeah.
they need every single online retailer to be on that.
But I will say this: if you are looking for something and you don't know like some website that you have to remember all these different shops and everything like that, it is helpful to find something if you're really looking for something. But if JK Army does have them in stock finally, I would maybe order it because they were out of stock for the longest time.
In stock
Oh,
for
Yeah.
$666.
I'm going to try to get my website included on AirsoftUpgrades.com. And then I'm going to carry, because I'm a Spark Labs dealer now. So I'm thinking I'm just going to carry the Spark
nice!
Labs engines.
Congratulations, that's awesome, man. That's good.
They're cool. It's very easy to work with them.
Yeah,
They already made firmware for the Bosch unit.
That's cool.
They did that shit like that. It was,
that was a cool build that you did for Tyler.
yeah. So, yeah, like I can get the Spark Lab Wolf in
Off.
any package. I can get custom nozzle lengths. They have the universal FCU. They have their V2 FCU. They have a V3 option. Perun makes HPA plug boards, like trigger boards. And so they have a version for an AK where it's their universal FCU and then that Perun V3 trigger board. So if you want to put it in an AK, you can just do that.
And this is why the
They're great engines.
249s will probably be $1,000 when they come back, because it's $668 from JK Army. Then they give you a $55 discount for summer sale, and then they charge you $266 for shipping and $171 for the tariff. So it comes out to $1,051.
And that does not guarantee that when UPS gets your package, that it does not guarantee that they won't still charge you for those tariffs. There's a chance you might have to pay those import duties.
And everybody who's just like, I thought it was fixed at 15%. The U.S. is not doing tariffs above 15%. JK Army is charging you 28%.
Yeah.
They're making money on their money.
Every order I've placed internationally since all this tariff shit, I place the order. When UPS gets it, they send me a bill. I pay the import duties, and it can kind of range. You know, I don't think it's a fixed percentage on the price of the item because I've done duplicate orders separately, and the import duties have varied drastically. Now, that's fine. Now, what JK Army's doing is they're saying we're going to pre-charge for the import duties at a 28%.
And then we'll pay
rate.
it for you.
And then there's also a thing that's saying this does not guarantee that basically, like, you're still responsible for any other import duties when it comes in. And they say that they're charging you that 28% import duty at checkout to help it get through customs faster. But like the shopping cart I have put together, it's like $98. And there's a chance that I'll have to pay like another $98 when UPS gets it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because it says that it's for import duties doesn't necessarily mean that they are putting it towards
Maybe
the...
I'll hold off because if they got it just in stock, because I've been checking
Yeah,
constantly,
E-Bike might get it soon.
finally get it soon. I do want to get like the collapsible stock.
Because E-Bike owns Cybergun, so we will see it on E-Bike first. When they get back into the U.S., that's where they're going.
Oh, fucking great! I really want to try one of those things.
Yeah.
And I saw how the CO2 mag works.
Yeah.
And I think 100%. You'd have to get these 77 grams or these other ones that are kind of like.
Well, no, they make one of the big green box mags, and it fits 2 88-gram CO2 cartridges. So.
Are you sure? Because I was looking at it, and it doesn't seem like it does.
No, I looked into it.
Oh, look, if it's
Yeah.
88s?
Yeah, it fits 88s.
Oh, I thought it fits 77s. Okay, so that's better. If it does, then I can use it in gas blowback night for as a one standalone thing. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, I gotta reload.
Because I said too, I was like, if I was going to build myself one, I would make it use 88 gram CO2 cartridges in the box mag and
Yeah.
feed off of that, because if you HPA tap it, it can't be used for gas gun night.
Yeah.
And I don't like running a tank in a line anyway, so fuck it.
Yeah.
But those box mags are $130 and they hold 2 88 gram CO2s.
I looked at the reg, what it is.
Yeah.
You could definitely make the reg in the United States much cheaper.
Probably.
Yeah, and then just get a real.
They're thinner. They're thinner.
Mm.
Yeah, like the Airsoft ones are
A
bigger.
little
yeah.
thicker. Yeah, probably more abuse, I guess. But yeah, well, anyway, if someone knows somebody in the United States that's looking to sell one or whatever, a friend, whatever, please, thank you. That's all I'm.
Jeez.
I am once again asking you
Yeah.
for a VFC gas blowback M249.
I think I did that the last podcast. I think I asked for it, like, please,
Yeah.
orders.
That's kind of like ridiculous that they're charging that much.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
JK Army's always
They're always higher.
very high. It's like, that's why I don't really order from them, like, ever.
I only ever ordered from them to get FFI camis.
And that was
Oh,
long
Flash-
before the tariffs.
Wow, Flash Forced Industry.
And then FFI started their own retail website. So you
Made
just
it
go
easier.
there now.
Yeah. JK Army used to be the only place you could get them.
Yep.
Yes.
And occasionally shooter CB gear, but
Yeah.
and that was another one I yelled at one of my friends recently. He's like, I bought a 5KU outer barrel for an MWS and a PTS pistol grip for my MWS. I'm like, cool. He's like, yeah, I bought it from shooter CB gear. I was like, that's in China. He's like, yeah, but the barrel was 50% cheaper than you would have charged me, and the grip was 50% cheaper than you would have charged me. I was like, cool. How much did you pay for shipping? He's like, $48. I'm like, how much did you pay in tariffs? He's like, another $38. I'm like, you realize you just spent $55 on an outer barrel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember the other website? It was like eBay Banned.
Yeah.
The eBay Banned guy that always had like really cool stuff, but the website was like dog shit as far
Yep.
as searching. And you
was
had to
like
like look.
Craigslist.
It was like Craigslist, but you saw each new thing, and it was like, wow, somebody copied some like obscure Navy SEAL pouch or some kind of weird thing. You're like,
Yeah,
why
now
would
it's
I
just
buy
called
that?
Shekin.
Yeah.
Now it's just called Shekin.
No, I will say the Shekin shirts that we got through the group
They're nice.
are very nice. Actually,
nice.
I wore them. The copies of like the rugby type shirts are actually quite nice. I'm actually a fan of it. I wasn't sure if they would be nice, but I used them for Crossroads, and it was great. Just running around with an MP5.
Somebody's going to hate that I say this. You know what I think looks ugly? Long sleeve rugby shirts. I don't like the look of it.
If you were just wearing that,
Yeah, I don't
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of probably on board with you too. I haven't done that yet. I would wear that underneath my.
I feel like you have to be
top.
jacked for that to look good.
No, you know, it's just. It's
Yeah, I think you
weird.
got to be like just fucking.
Like it has to be skin tight on
You
your
literally-
fucking Hulk body.
Basically, it's so
for it to
skin-
look like, all right,
it's
that
skin-
guy looks pretty cool.
It's so skin tight, the veins actually are contoured through. You just look like.
Well, I don't like long sleeve shirts in general.
the little like the porous holes are stretching, so it just
Yeah.
turns into fishnets. You're just really stretching it
Just
out.
like, oh my god.
I don't like long sleeve shirts in general. Like I bought 2 long sleeve rugby shirts, but they have hoods, and I'm like, this I can get behind. For some reason, a long sleeve one without the hood, not a fan.
Yeah, I mean, I would just wear that with a top or whatever.
The hood is very Tom Clancy to Division, like your mysterious Sigma type in a dystopian world.
I don't know. I have a long sleeve. I think it's great.
I get it.
End of story. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It was fine. I wore it in Texas. It was fine.
More stretch.
It was
need
it
more
was,
stretch.
Yeah, well, it was just enough clothing to like stop the. There weren't any, but like any brambles or anything from like
Yeah.
cutting your arm. But it was so light that it felt like you weren't wearing anything anyway.
Yeah, the breathability is great.
The only issue I had is like looking back at the pictures that we took. I think we were on green. Yeah, we were on green in Texas, right? Like their color of, they called it OD green.
It's like a brown. It's like
Oh,
it's a
it's like-
combination. It's like it.
It's really ambiguous.
Yeah, ambiguous.
Yeah, and I don't know that I would wear it again simply because I'm positive maybe. I didn't really see too many tan, but maybe there's a chance that somebody saw it and was like, "Oh, he's on tan," and I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But at least with a pattern, you can tell. You know, like if Anthony, he'd have no idea what team you were on. Like anybody who's color deficient,
It's called C-tarded.
color handicap.
I'm not bleeping that.
Yeah, C-tarded. There was a post where somebody was like, we need good insulting names for colorblind
I
people.
remember this.
And the comments are like so creative. And then there's other comments that are like, what the fuck did we do to you guys? What the fuck?
I like how immediately, like when AI really became a thing, everybody was making up terms for like, they were almost racial slurs.
Clankers?
Yeah, for like robots and shit. It's fucking great.
Did you see that new robot that they got? The one that looks like a centaur?
What?
Did you see that shit? Wait, whoa.
It's just what we need is centaur robots.
Fuck that shit. Does it carry a big axe?
Actually, no. It actually was carrying a chainsaw.
Oh, worse.
No. Was it carrying a chainsaw or was its arm like equipped with a chainsaw?
Hold on.
The Chinese are like, introducing our new armor bot.
It looks like Baphomet, bro. It looks like the devil.
That is terrifying.
That looks like
Okay, I'm looking at it.
That's a fucking hell spawn.
Please, if you can put that in, like literally, it's 7 feet tall, bro.
It's disgusting.
Dude,
A California startup is
it has
building
a-
a 7-foot-tall chainsaw-wielding centaur robot for disaster zones.
Yeah, it's for
It's like
creating
all these
disaster
MIT
zones.
Why does it have horns?
It's like all these MIT grads were like, I've seen these horror movies, I've seen these sci-fi dystopian movies. Let's make it a reality. Like at no point in time did they sit there and go, that's a bad idea. We probably shouldn't do that.
That machine has a health bar above it
Like-
with a skull next to it.
Yeah.
But I
Okay,
mean,
that is
just
a
look
boss
at,
fight.
Look at this.
Get rid of-
Look at that. What, bro?
Why the eyes?
Why does it look like this?
Like get rid of the arms and give it an M134 and a Mark 19 and it's just unstoppable.
That's it.
That's not even an unskippable cutscene. That's the boss that you realize there's no matter how many hours I put into this game, I'm dead.
I thought you guys saw that. I was like,
If I ever encounter one of those, I'm immediately quick saving.
Yeah.
I'm taking Psycho, Med-X, all the stim packs, a turbo to slow time
Guess
down
what?
for a little
Try
bit.
Tarkov. There's no quick save.
Mini nuke.
No, it's just death.
Oh my god! So speaking of terrifying, I don't know if that's more terrifying than the horror film I watched with my wife the other night. We watched Obsession.
Oh, I did as well.
I did as
Dude.
well.
Oh,
Jordan, have you seen it?
no.
Not gonna watch it, so you can spoil it. It's
Why?
fine. Mostly just because Aurora and I watch an hour of TV every week, and we're not gonna spend it watching a movie that neither of us are interested in.
Dude, let me tell you, it's oh boy.
My wife and I are watching this movie.
Yikes.
Throwing our fists in the air like this guy's a fucking pussy.
Yeah.
Everything's happening because he's a fucking beta bitch.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah.
No, I mean, in the beginning, yes, right? But after he snaps the stick, it's out of his hands.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
'Cause when he spoke
can't
to-
run away. He can't run away.
The other female friend, when he spoke to her, he continued the lie to be like, yeah, something's going on with her dad. And he knew it wasn't real.
Yeah, he was.
Well, because he
continuing
thought he
lies.
was in a good spot, right? Because the whole montage that happens like after, right, is like a lot of it is like him. They're having a great time, right? And then then she duct tapes the door shut and it gets all weird.
Oh my god, that movie just got better and better. I was like,
Jordan,
yo,
yeah.
it is.
As he's watching it, he's texting me. We were like 30 minutes left in the movie. He's like, this is fucking crazy, right? And then he texts me, you're gonna have to believe this. He's like, is this what?
Yeah. It's like, dude,
It's fucking.
You're right. I do have to bleep that.
when he leaves for work after, she's like, okay, I'll see you when you get home. And then he turns to the door and it's got duct
Wait,
tape.
not okay. There's that. No,
over
the
the
best.
fucking
Oh, no, wait.
door.
No, the best.
And he's like trying to open it. And she's
Wait,
like,
wait,
oh,
hold
maybe,
on.
Maybe you should just stay
You know,
home.
I think the best part was my favorite food critic. And then he's like,
what is this?
"Why does
thing?
it smell? Why does it smell?" And then he goes, "Oh, it's my dead cat."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what's crazy though? She was possessed and she still went to work. All right, what's your excuse?
Oh, I don't know. Oh yeah, she did only like the few times, but yeah, there was definitely.
Well, when she was,
I can't believe no one. Okay, the only problem in that movie where I went and it got rid of the disbelief and I went, "This is bullshit." Like literally, where I was like, "This is I just lost it." When I hate to give spoilers, but fuck it, whatever.
We'll just do like a disclaimer.
A disclaimer. right when he brought her to the hospital and they didn't want to like admit her.
What the fuck was that all about?
If
when she stabbed herself in the face?
If you brought someone to the hospital and you said that to them, they wouldn't just go outside the hospital as a nurse and be like, no, you can't.
Oh yeah, it was weird.
Especially it being self-inflicted.
Yes.
They'd be like,
they would take her. Yeah, they would be taking you in immediately. So that's
You know what? It was probably Canada. It probably took place in Canada.
Actually, I think
they're like, there's a really long wait list right now.
I guarantee you, because the film was only I don't
hour and
remember.
a half, I think. It was,
I know the budget of that film was only like $100,000.
Yeah, it
like
was
that.
cheap.
It was super cheap. So I bet you they couldn't film in a hospital or someplace that would look like a hospital. So they had to put that scene. They were better off just not having that scene at all. They were better off just not, because that scene.
It made sense though, because that's what you would do.
Yes, you would go, but the problem is by having that,
they could have time skipped it.
Yes, because by doing that, it was like you would be admitted. You would be admitted.
It would be more plausible for her to freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
And him just being like, I guess we're going home. You know, like for her to just absolutely flip the fuck out. Yeah, the nurse being like, no, we don't take take hurt people here.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. It didn't make any sense. That's the only part where I was like, what is this?
I told Anthony next time Katrina leaves, I'm just gonna stand in the same spot and smile like she did, like, have a nice day.
And just piss and shit yourself.
Piss and shit myself. And then and she comes back in, I'm shaking. Oh, I missed you so much. Oh, I'm disgusting.
The scene where she has the vase over her face and she's like walking sideways.
Yeah.
Oh,
or how about or towards the end when she's like walking behind him and she's like,
yeah,
like,
what the fuck is that?
Yeah, like wow. I was like, oh god, whoa.
Yeah, I think that's
and then the dead friend, she didn't burn the body, she just kept it naked in the kitchen.
Dude, he was like, look, this is what's happening. Dude, I need you to wish for me to have never made a wish. She's like, give me $1 billion. Fucking die. Like,
see, now what I found, so what was
then he gets shot.
What's
instantly?
It was the shot that boom. What you say?
That's what I would actually, would have been actually more interesting, actually, because if you've ever seen, there's a famous video of like from the 70s or 80s of what $1 billion actually looks like in like hundreds or whatever, and it's a huge amount. Because the whole idea of the movie is that it's the monkey's paw where you get what you wish.
Was that movie supposed to take place in the 80s?
No. I'm just talking.
Okay.
It takes place now.
I was about to say they had
cell phone. Yeah, they had all the digital stuff. What I'm saying is when they goes $1 billion and it started raining, I was ready for him. I'm like, oh, he's about to get buried by all the money. He's gonna get all the money, but it's gonna fill up the house and he's gonna get crushed. But it didn't happen. And he's like, yo, man, I'm out here with $1 billion. Yo, you gotta come out here. I'm like, no, I wouldn't have come there. So then the best is like she wakes up. Think about it. She wakes up. She goes, "Oh my god!" And like basically like because I just looked at like what happens at the end kind of thing after the ending happened, and like the director's like, yeah, she pretty much goes to jail. She pretty much goes to jail because
she's in a room
full of all her friends like dead.
Her fingerprints,
all like in the crate and like. Digital evidence and stuff like that, and I was like, "Oh my god!" But
so quick thinking would be, well, okay. So she hears the friend banging on the door.
Plead insanity.
I've got $1 billion, right?
Yeah.
So the quick thinking would be, all right, I leave here now. Granted, emotional trauma, emotional damage.
Also, she was screaming in hell. Remember that phone call?
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, you want to talk to her?" And she was just like fucking screaming. Like,
remember when it was asleep. She was like, "It's asleep. Just kill me.
Kill me." Yep.
Yeah.
When she goes in the corner,
goes to the friend's house, takes the $1 billion, and figures it out. Right? Like obviously, you're not going to take $1 billion. You can't physically do that. But like, go on the run. You might as well because. You're fucked.
But but here's the thing. I'm wondering if she even knew what at that point. Like you're just like it's such shock. You don't even remember $1 billion. Like what? Huh? He said $1 billion. Like doesn't make any sense.
Well, it seemed like
she could have bought another wish thing, and then she could have wished that none of the other wishes came true.
She already made a wish.
Yeah.
Did she make a wish, or did the thing in her make a wish?
Well,
is it body dependent or soul dependent?
We have to read the fine print on the wish stick. Yeah.
I tell you the truth, I hope they don't make a second one because they're going to make
No, it doesn't need it.
No.
Yeah, don't Blair Witch it.
No, don't do
let
that.
it be.
But it's very good. It's very, like, that was, like, terrifying.
Obsession Part 2, the electric boogaloo.
Yeah. They always filmed her, like after she was possessed, they always filmed her in the dark, and you could just see the reflection on her eyes.
The whites of her eyes.
I was like,
it was done very well as far as like for the minimal budget. I think the budget of the film was
it was like Blair Witch. It was low budget, but very well done. Very well done.
Who would have thought,
okay, so the estimated budget was $750,000.
Okay.
And
which is literally nothing.
And then some reports are citing $1 million. Okay.
Which is still literally nothing.
Which is nothing, but it grossed $400 million.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
That is like insane. And it's just a really good, it's just, watch it with your girlfriend.
Yes, you should.
Watch it with both of you.
The thing is that plot could have unfolded in one of two ways. Either it's a white... You have to believe that? You have to believe that? Yeah.
But I was actually surprised how good it was. I was like, damn, this is fucking.
I had to watch it because I kept seeing these shorts online, like scenes from the movie, and it's being used in a bunch of memes. This bitch is acting crazy. You look at the comments, right? And there's dudes that are like, like steak too juicy, lobster too buttery. May this love find me, please.
Yeah.
There's dudes that are like, ugh.
Yeah, like really weird. Yes.
No, it's a bit much, dude.
No.
When you duct tape the door shut.
No, don't do that.
The best part is when she stabbed herself in the face, and all the friends were just like,
nobody did a fucking thing. They were just that wasn't even like.
And what's funny, I thought the friend was hotter. I thought the friend was hotter. The one that actually liked him.
When they went to bed,
it seemed like the main girl that was possessed actually really liked him. It actually seemed like she was really into him.
No, she wasn't.
Later, that's revealed, but everything in the beginning kind of suggests that, like.
Oh, I didn't get that at all. No.
In the beginning, she was like, "Look, if you like me, now's the time to tell me." He could have just been like,
"Oh yeah,
I do," and then they could have resolved it. But no, he was like this. He was like, "Wow, a real girl."
Yeah.
I mean,
it's actually the perfect. It's actually the
talking about Love on the Spectrum.
No, dude, this guy.
No,
Jordan, watch this movie.
It's very good. It's a very good movie.
He was like an anime character.
I'm not a horror movie guy. I don't like that, but it was good. It was done in a way that like.
It was tastefully sprinkled with demonic possession.
And
it wasn't over the top.
And you know what? To tell you the truth, not like you could say demonic, but you really like, wow, there's like people that have like experienced something not far, like that's a little extreme. But as far as like taping the door shut, following you, tracking you, like just showing up, doing wacky shit, people have done that.
Fucking wackadoos.
Now doing it all in one big series, probably not, but like little things here and there. Yeah, but let me tell you. It was a good movie. So
now it begs the question, what boss fight would you rather have? One of two options. One, you're in that guy's shoes, right? You already made that mistake. You're living with this crazy girl. And now really your main way out at that point, before things get really bad and people get injured and like killed, you get a wish stick, you pay a lawyer. This lawyer is going to write up the best fucking wish.
Yeah, right.
You need like O.J. Simpson's lawyer to write up the wish that's going to fix everything, right?
Kardashian.
Yeah.
The Chewbacca. Doesn't make sense. All right. Or you're fighting a fucking robotic centaur with a chainsaw. And I don't even know how to get out of that one.
I'm fighting the robotic centaur. I'm sorry. I'm not dealing with that because you can't even fall asleep with her. You can't do anything. She's coming out of the woodwork. And guess what? Here's the other thing. You can be like, yo, she's crazy. And people will be like, she's just some girl. She just seems to really like you, man. Like you have no thing. Whereas if you see 7 foot tall centaur robot, be like, dude, look at that thing. And everybody's like, oh my God, what the fuck is that?
That's not going to happen.
Chainsaw.
They're going to be like, what are you doing to that centaur? It has rights. They're like, oh, let it commit crime. They're like, what are you?
Let it chainsaw you.
What are you, centaur phobic? Are you fucking psycho killer animatronic AI centaur phobic? No, you're going to jail.
Let's be honest. What?
You're going to jail for hate speech.
How long is someone buying that thing and then just putting a massive dong on it and doing some kind of like wacky sexual things to it? How long is it happening?
Stand by.
Where's he going?
Oh no.
So you mean like one of these? Douglas.
Is that what's called? Gosh.
And You can see it actually. It has the Stingray logo on it too, right here. The Stingray Airsoft logo, Uline. I think that's a perfect segue. So one, this looks like a horse cock. All right. And now this is just that they just did this to get more rifling for the kinetic mortar that's thumbnail right there. Kinetic mortar. So this works really good for the kinetic mortar. There's significantly more range. This thing, nuts. And then the U-line.
Easily doubled the range.
Anthony's talking about it like it's his invention.
It's not, but I was there when he tested it, and somebody needs to spread the good word. Okay? You're welcome. All right? I should become... We're giving away a free season pass. That's right. 1 full year of all the benefits of a season pass at Zulu 24. That is...
Zulu 24 clip of the month. Get on in the Discord. There's a channel set up for it. Put your clips in there that you have captured from Zulu Ops, open plays, whatever. We'll vote on it. There are 12 months in a year, last time I checked. So there are 12 different patches you could win if you win the clip of the month. Here's the best part. Collect all 12, like the Infinity Stones from those movies that I don't watch, and you get a free season pass.
You get in the Discord, you put your clip in the channel for the clip of the month. All you have to do is upload beautiful gameplay footage.
Sounds like a good deal to me. Get on in our Discord. Have fun, guys.
I'm good at this. So
It's definitely
now here's the actual name of it. It's hidden. It's not named Douglas. The smaller ones could be named Douglas, but this really big one, he's actually...
Found him. Yeah, that thing easily doubled the range. Easily.
It's very nice. Now, we tested this the same day that we also tested some Stingray products, which is why the U-line joke is there. So there's like... I got to talk about it, man. I think their mortar is cool, and I actually like its effect. Like the type of trajectory that you get, the whistle. I like that. I hate that it's a one-time use. That's stupid. The law makes...
Should we make a discrepancy? We're not paid. We're not...
No, Andy bought
anything.
these.
Yeah,
Someone
these
bought
were
these,
purchased. Yeah.
purchased with someone's hard-earned money, and we don't. We've never spoken to them. At least I haven't. I don't know if you guys.
I'm going to send you the videos of the demos of us testing it out, so you guys know that we're not talking out of our ass.
Look, any kind of innovation is fantastic, and it's a risk, and it's very difficult. And yeah, there you go. So continue on now.
Blah blah blah.
Blah blah.
The range on both of those was dog shit.
Oh,
Wait,
really?
wait.
I did not see any of these products happen. So that's it.
Before we judge the product, first we need a proper intro to our court scene. Stingray Law and Mortar, and that's where I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna send it to you. We're gonna put that right here.
That's awesome.
Dun, dun.
Cool. Those are like dung dung. Those like that.
In the criminal justice system,
Yeah, right. Dung dung.
sexually based objects of phallic symbols.
In the Milsom justice system,
Yeah.
horsecocks work better than one-time use U-line tubes.
I don't know. Like again, I get what they're doing. They're doing God's work, I guess.
They're trying to make a
Still doesn't
product.
go bang.
They're trying to make a product that is.
Yeah, but the bang is not anything. I applaud them.
Don't break it.
I applaud them for their projectile. Their projectile is
And it's fin stabilized foam.
uber safe, very simple.
And it whistles.
They had, well, that's an option. You can get the non-whistling type, but
They do have a glow in the dark one, which would be kind of neat.
it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
The performance, and we haven't seen the AT4 yet. We do have an AT4. We just haven't seen it fire yet. The performance is literal dog water. Like, it is so bad. I can't believe I can't believe somebody shot that and they were like, yes, let's sell this. Like, and then the description in their, I'm sorry, I was so let down by these fucking things.
I can't believe there's content creators that got them and said they were good.
They are paid fucking actors, dude. There's no
Let's think
chance.
about
Is there a possibility,
I think
even though there's two, that you fired two, the mortar and the two?
We fired two
proposal-
laws and a mortar.
And is it possible? It sounds ridiculous that it is a lemon situation, that those two seals on them were no good. They're
It's
like
an expensive lemon.
It's an expensive lemon.
Yeah.
It's an expensive lemon.
Yeah, but at this stage, these aren't new products. They've had them for at least a year.
Yeah.
They're manufacturing.
I thought the law
The
was
laws are brand new.
The laws are brand
Okay.
new.
Well, take the laws and push them into the Atlantic Ocean because they fucking blow. The mortar is neat, but the mortar is basically the law, just at an extreme angle, so you get some pretty decent height. The distance again is dog shit. You can literally take the projectile after they've been fired and throw it with your own hand further, and well, I wouldn't say anything about the accuracy, but further than these things pump them out. And in the description of these items, it's like, 300 feet, 300 feet. No chance. I don't know what angle and what atmospheric conditions they were testing in, but there's no world.
From the top of the Connex Castle,
So we have elevation gain.
I would say horizontally, it went 100 feet.
were you at
it hit the ground at 100 feet.
Were you at
Just
the,
leave it there. Just leave it there.
Were you at the top of the where everybody can walk? That's where you were.
Yeah.
So that's 10 feet.
I have
You're
the
at least
clips.
10 feet up.
The videos will be up. You guys will be able to see it.
So we had the benefit of elevation gain that will artificially increase range just because of the fact that you're fucking higher, right?
Yeah.
Nothing made it to the Jeep. Like they're so. If you were having a Nerf war, these would be good.
That would be a really cool
Nerf
product.
product. Okay,
Yeah.
really cool Nerf product.
But in the day and age where the average airsoft gun can shoot 300 feet, I'm sorry, not 300 feet.
250.
Yeah, right. This thing is useless. It's dumb. Like we had all these ideas like, if they shoot good, maybe we could make a pressure plate on the side of the building. And if you hit it with the rocket, it would like kill the building or whatever the fuck. There's no chance. You'd have to be literally right at the bottom of the fucking building to shoot up at it. Like they're insanely underpowered. It's
Like you have to use the law like a mortar to get the
That's
range.
a shame.
I don't think, even with the elevation gain of being on top of the ridge and shooting at the fortress, I don't think you could get it there.
I think it would land right in front of the first building.
Yeah, I don't think
Now, on the other hand, you guys experienced another Stingray product, the Claymore.
That's cool.
Claymore's good.
And the Claymore is good.
Claymore's
So it's not like this company is like just all
dog water.
No.
No.
The Claymore, and I've heard the Claymore is awesome. And
Claymore's cool.
And it seems to use a very similar technology, my understanding.
Yeah,
is
but it's also meant to be shot point blank.
Yeah.
But apparently from
And
what
it
Dave
shoots
said,
BBs.
but from what you said, it does.
It performed extremely well.
Like it's actually like the first Claymore where it actually spreads out. It's not like a spring.
Yeah, they did a great job.
So that's where.
But here's my gripe, right? So we haven't fired the AT4 yet, but in the description, the AT4 says the same range as the law,
Just reloadable.
just reloadable.
Now,
so I
Which
have to
means
assume
we can mod it to get more range.
But I have to assume that it's dog shit. And then you go on there and there's like all these accessories for the AT4, like a digital sighting thing and all this shit, and it's like hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To
Like a cash
what?
grab.
You don't need anything because the damn thing doesn't fucking shoot that far.
You're putting a thermal on your LPEG.
We could be completely wrong. Again, we have not shot the AT4, so maybe the AT4 is built different.
I'm going to
Who
make an
fucking knows?
assumption because I did some research, and Tom and Anthony and I took apart one of the laws and one of the mortars. And internally, the mortar seems to be the basis of the law.
Oh, sure.
So, no, they were identical.
Yeah.
Like when you took the law apart, you realized it was just the mortar stuffed into the law.
Yeah.
Like that part you pull out, that part that's pulling out of the back is just the mortar. They're the same size, the exact same everything, even the exact same propellant tube. Watching the videos of people using the AT4, the AT4 projectile that you shove in the back looks awfully about the same shape and size as the law.
I also have a theory. So again,
Not as the law, as the mortar.
mortar.
So I have a sneaking suspicion they made one and then figured out how many form factors can we fit it into. So the reloadable cartridges, I'd also go out on a gander and say you could probably figure out a way to just buy the AT4 rockets and fire. Oh, that's the law. Yeah, see? You see where I'm going with this?
I have a theory on this. I thought the mortar shot really well. I feel like if the mortar,
It did not shoot well, dude.
I think it did. Like we have the video. I think it went pretty far.
Did not go
Have you met Douglas?
Not only, no. I'm talking
it's
about.
not. No, that's a foam. It's a different projectile. It's safer if it lands on somebody's head. And for how it shot, I thought it was effectively like a if you're in CQB and want to hit people in buildings in CQB.
No way.
How much has Stingray paid you?
You can listen.
No, I actually like. If you look at the video from my perspective, looking at it, I thought it shot pretty well for like an indirect fire little small infantry mortar. It's a small mortar.
But
right?
here's the problem, Anthony. When I can throw a grenade further than the useful effective distance of that mortar, what's the fucking point?
Well, I don't like that it's one-time use, but I have a theory that if you shot the mortar horizontally, it would go further than the law. I think the way that the law expands,
I'm telling you.
I think that it does. I think the mortar has better compression around the
I don't think
round.
it does.
I think the trigger, because the triggers are identical. They're okay. I don't know if they're designed this way, but both time, all three, when we shot them, the triggers just disintegrate in your hand, and you can literally look right down into the tube, into what has to be, like whatever the power source is, whatever gas they're using, like the trigger shears off.
Is it possible that they
front.
have to that they went too much into safety and also for transport to transport compressed gas? I mean,
Yeah, but non-flammable gas like
Yeah.
HPA, like that's it. and-
I actually want to see the items if you have them, because
they're cool, like for a static prop.
yeah.
Like, oh, here's a weapons cache. Like after
If
you've
it
done.
shot, okay. Now how far do you think the round shot? What would you say?
100 feet,
100 feet.
maybe.
So now,
Actually, I have the video. We can measure it.
From an elevated position too. I mean, maybe 100 feet.
all right. So now, if it went double that to 200 or 250, you would be like, okay, with the safety.
Yeah, they're okay. Their projectile,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Okay.
You're not going to get hurt with this
Okay.
projectile. Like you're just not.
Do you have one of the projectiles?
Somewhere. I'll text Tom and figure out where he put them. But just to disprove Anthony's argument about
Oh wow, that thing is tiny.
Well, just to disprove the argument Anthony said about if you fired the mortar horizontally, you might get more range than the law. So this is the mortar tube, and this is the law tube. They are the same tube.
It's the same thing.
This is the same thing.
Oh.
The round for the projectile in the law is in this tube. The mortar, the projectile is in this tube. They are the same length. They are the same size. They use the exact same gas propellant.
These are the same photographs.
Corporate wants you to tell us the difference between these two. They're the same thing. So the AT4 projectiles that you load in the back of the AT4 are about this size.
Oh no.
And the round is just sticking out on the tip. So if I had to gander, you just slide this into the back of the AT4 and it fires. So when we have Andy come this weekend, we ask him to bring one of the AT4 rockets just so we can see it. I would bet folding money it's the same thing.
Yeah, probably right.
It looks like they made one thing and then figured out how to make it into so many different form factors.
Dude,
Does this fit?
No, because mortar, law, they're the same tube. You're not going to be able to. Maybe you could because this is a 3D.
Is the law this big?
No,
I have the
no,
rest
no.
of the law too.
No.
I'm going to give them credit for at least doing it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this was
Somebody has to do it.
I can't imagine. Okay, so look, a lot of engineering, a lot of design going on, especially with the round and how this works. That's fantastic. But the very first time they shot it, nobody was like, "Hey, that's kind of poopy."
Maybe to their standard, and maybe the airsoft that they're playing, wherever they're playing it, it is. There
very
have to
possible.
have been some criteria that they had where all the boxes were checked.
It's
there-
very
there has to
possible.
have been.
It's very possible they thought about safety to the extreme.
Obviously,
well then don't
they-
make it, right? Like
I guess so.
Like we play a sport, we shoot guns at each other, man. I just had this conversation with a player last Sunday. He was just like, "Oh, I need a Band-Aid." I'm like, "For what?" And he's like, "I got shot right here," and he had the stereotypical like tiny little mark from being shot. And he's like, "Yeah, and it really hurt." And I was like, "Yeah, well, we're shooting guns at each other, man. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
Yeah,
it
I don't
fucking
know what
hurts."
a projectile is, but this is the gas can that goes in here, and then the round sits on top of it, or it might go in upside down. I think it goes upside down because when you pull the trigger, all of that.
yeah.
But look, this is the one from the other one. They're the same thing.
They need to double it. Whatever their propellant
Potentially.
is, they need to double it.
Now the actual law, like, all sits in here, so it's big. It's cool. This is a U-line tube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is fine. I think it's fine for the law being
You wanna know
disposable.
something?
It brings
This-
the cost down.
You want to know something? This may actually be an industrial product. This may actually be some kind of.
I think those are custom. I think they
I don't know. I think this is not, but this might be.
sure.
Because this looks like every aerosol can ever without
Yeah.
a label on it.
Yes.
It looks a little thicker though.
Maybe.
Oh,
That's what she said.
It's very possible that this is not CO2.
No,
This
it's not. I think it's just compressed air.
Maybe it would be better. if it
Oh,
was
maybe it's
CO2.
no. Maybe it's
Now you're running
could it be
into.
Freon? Could it be Freon?
It's not.
No,
No,
it
it's
wouldn't
definitely
be.
not Freon.
Whatever, the 134A.
No,
Oh,
no,
duster
you
gas?
can't- No,
Duster.
no, he's talking about a
Freon would be
fucking
cool.
refrigerant. No, that's
Well,
fucking-
134A is duster gas.
Yeah, but
Oh.
think of it.
So this-
Freon
so this
would be
goes into this
cool.
like this.
Shut the fuck up.
Get it?
Like that.
Do you
Yeah.
get it, Dave?
And it stays like.
Do you get it, Rich? Oh,
Nice.
Oh my.
Thanks, Rich.
I don't think it's supposed to fold.
No, it does. It folds
folds
the
back.
other way.
Instructions unclear.
Dick stuck in toaster.
Yeah.
Whatever. I appreciate that they
And it
That
goes
they
like
did
that,
it.
And then
Something like that.
I appreciate that they did
No,
it, and
it-
hopefully they improve it,
Comes out the back. Yeah.
or hopefully somebody makes something like this that's improved that is more useful.
I think the form factor is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's super. It's clear that they were trying to make it as cheaply as possible, which is fine. I'm okay with that.
You know what? I'm willing
But
to
I
bet they
appreciate
try.
that
Because this is because
I'm willing to bet they try to hire-
$55 for the
$55. Yep.
Yeah,
55.
something like that.
I'm willing to bet they try to higher pressure propellant, and maybe their projectile wasn't very accurate with it.
That might be it.
Because
it might have
it's-
went.
Yeah.
Well, it's not rifled.
Well then.
Because
then,
I saw Jet Desert Fox and actually E-House
And
Eric
Alphonse.
was they were in the video. They were testing it out.
But they were testing the AT4.
Right, but it looked like they got more range than we got, but the accuracy was not there.
Yeah, that's what it looked like on that video.
And that was
too, so-
that was a video from a year ago because I
When they first
watched
came
that
out.
video. That was from August of 2025. And yes, they were going pretty far, but they were not accurate. Because even watching that, I was like, compared to what I was told, the AT4 does look better.
trying to
But
look-
that's also the video where I saw them handling a projectile that looked about this big, and it had the big foam dart on the end. And I'm like, it's the same fucking thing. They might have just
I
changed
would
the gas.
almost rather a little bit of inaccuracy than. I'm sorry. I would rather more inaccuracy than less range.
Or hear me
power.
out. Theory. They have that nice rubber injection molded 3D printed projectile. Put some rifling on it. If you're going to buy a U-line tube, you make it a little bit smaller of a projectile and you just sleeve it with 3D printed rifling. It only has to work once. And now you could get accuracy out of it and maybe a little bit more compression and potentially more range.
$65.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would make the price go up, but
sure. But I would rather pay $10 more for a projectile that goes further accurately and
yeah, it's got to be usable.
has more ass behind it.
This is also a product where the
I'm trying to
the
figure out
business
where
model
the air
for this
comes out. Where is the
business model for this
Yeah.
product
So
will
when I'm
thrive
going
from
around.
repeat business, and people that try it and don't like it are just not going to buy more. So like it's kind of in their best
I
interest.
can't imagine anybody liking
This
it.
would pop
Yeah.
up and the gas would come out.
I can't imagine anybody being like, "Yo, that was fucking awesome."
Yeah.
If they doubled whatever they have here,
Or just used a higher pressure gas.
they may run in with if you're using flammable gases and shit, it gets into what's it called, hazardous materials and shit.
Yeah,
like
hazmat.
whatever. Which is not uncommon in the airsoft industry, but whatever. Maybe that's what they were thinking about. I don't know. Maybe they were leaning too far on the safety side. But I can't imagine that the first person who shot that in the testing phase was like, "This is totally cool." Like, I just can't.
If you
imagine
pay me
that.
$1,000, I'll tell everyone it's cool.
In the world, yeah, they must have. In the world where tags exist, and this came out after tags, like that is the benchmark.
This is shit that we would have been doing 15 years ago.
Sure, and we'd have been happy with this.
Yeah,
Oh man.
15
I
years
don't.
ago.
I don't even know. Like even the thing I made, the fart can. That thing went. That literally went like 400 feet.
All
Yeah.
this did was like make Alex, Dylan, and I sit there and go, we could make this better.
I appreciate their approach and the direction it looks like they're heading.
Yeah,
I also think it being a cardboard tube, how much pressure?
that's the other thing too.
I
Maybe
mean,
that's
path of least resistance, the projectile will leave, so it's not like the tube's going
Yeah.
to blow up. But like,
It might flex though.
yeah,
PVC is pretty cheap.
I'd be curious what. Man, that'd be
PVC is harder to cut to length. Shipping for PVC is going to cost more because it's just heavier.
Cool, but it's a better product.
That's what we're getting at. Yeah. I don't think there's a world where a cheap launcher is feasible. I mean, fucking, we're seeing it, dude. And $55, if I'm real, is still not cheap,
Nope.
right? Like,
no.
It's
If I had to
cheap
choose-
for like an event producer to buy 10 of them as props for whatever fuck, but they need to function at that point.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
yeah.
like,
like
just having
you had
them is
brought
cool,
up
but-
the whole plate thing. Like
It'd be cool.
Chris was here on Friday after you left, and he brought the plate.
Yeah.
And there's some updates to it. It's fucking cool.
Yeah.
It works. He overdid it a little bit because the sensors are too sensitive. We were able to set it off by shooting it with an Elite Force Glock.
I was able to throw a BB at it and set it off.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, nice.
I had to
Yeah.
throw it really hard. Took
It
3
was
attempts.
like at one point it was too much. Now it's too little.
Yeah.
But we had it up on the castle and we're like, this is fucking perfect because you could literally set it up.
Yeah.
It's magnetized. You just set it up. It'll drop a grenade on the inside of the tower. You could wire it up to pyrotechnics on the top of the tower. So if you had one of these on Milsim Day, you could take out the fortress for a mission. Super cool. We love the idea of it. But then seeing this in person, I'm looking at Dylan going, I'm not spending $55
No.
on that. No.
Yeah.
No, because
I almost feel like get rid of the launcher and work on a good projectile and use the VFC Carl Gustav as your base.
I think their projectile's great.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I'm saying
I think that's what to work off of.
thing.
Yeah.
And like,
Well, I said to him, I was like, it'd be easier to justify getting the foam and rubber, like the ones that you had, 3D printed tags, and being like, hey, we're going to make a launcher that shoots these, and using that for the plate thing. Because we're like, this is not it.
That's not it.
This is not it.
The thing is, we're already in the land of shooting tag and projectiles at each other, and there's always some crisis every year with can we get tag and products anymore? And then Rich ends up hoarding a bunch.
Yeah.
Rich is living in a pile of tag and products.
No, but those like 3D
know.
printed ones that we were fooling around with, like shooting at the dumpster and whatnot,
Yes.
whether or not they do the 209, it
Anttech
doesn't matter.
Productions, that one.
I think
that uses
that,
the 209
yeah.
primer. Those are really good.
It's made out of the same rubber that the Stingray round is made out of. It's just a smaller tag shaped projectile. It's like, hey, we could get a launcher and preload it with one of these, make a law-shaped launcher
Even
that only
yeah.
has one of those.
I mean, we live in a world where who would use this realistically if there's going to be a game where there's a
oh,
mechanic?
I'm simply
for
talking about for Milsim Day.
Well, I'm saying for like, right, but as a company, if you're making this, you got to think like, who's going to get hurt with this? And
Oh, it's little Timmy.
every time somebody gets hit with a fucking tag in that Milsim West, you see it on the fucking
Yeah.
Facebook thing.
I
And
just think that,
And then it
Dude,
mysteriously
having
gets
that-
erased.
Yeah, it's cool. I also know that's $700.
yeah, it's $600, $699.
Oh, cool. It's $700.
$700.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
it's-
not buying a fucking Gustav for a player to drop or steal. No.
I mean, I would get it for myself.
It'd be tough to steal a Gustav, but
I mean, dude, if you had like big rounds like this filled with 88 gram CO2s of some kind, like, and it just
Yeah, but
dumps.
have you looked at how the
that
Elite
just
Force?
Yeah.
that just fires like a ball, right?
So the Gustav
Yeah.
gets loaded with like a gas shell in the back, and then
Yeah.
it fires a plastic ball that
Yeah.
doesn't explode, but when it hits something, it's supposed to crack open and the BB shrapnel out.
Yeah.
And then you have Explosive Enterprises that made a tutorial and upgrade kit for it so you could shoot tags out of it.
Yeah.
Again, though, this is where I start to talk about the whole, that's awesome, but you're still now just shooting the same tag round out of that you would shoot out of an M203, and it doesn't have any longer of a barrel because it's the tag shell, so you're not getting any
But I feel like if you
benefits from doing
3D printed something like that, right, that just
Yeah.
is just a huge air vessel to dump,
Yeah.
and then you just put a fucking giant Nerf vortex, the giant ones that are like huge, right in the front, boom, and that thing like just flies like a bat out of hell.
It's well,
I would also love a world where we had a functional SMAW because we have the SMAW ammo carriers, and for some reason, that and the AT4 are the one that I like the most.
yeah. But I don't know. Keep doing what you're doing, Stingray. But
we need a good RPG 7.
No, we don't.
No, we need a good one.
I have one that I really need to get that one. I have
Because
the
for-
demilled one.
For Blood Diamond, would it make sense for my character
I have
to have a
the
small?
demilled one.
Oh, yeah. No. Oh,
I have one.
wait.
I own one.
We're going to circle back. You have a demilled one. That means you have a real one.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I own
Richie,
the
where do you
airsoft
live?
version. The airsoft version.
Okay.
Yeah, the airsoft one that I got from fucking Evike, like years and years and years and years. No, I bought it from.
Airsoft ones and demilled
Airsoft-
ones are not the same.
Silk Road
No, it's, not, it's
Tour.
definitely no, it's really not demilled. It's like
it's like onion something.
Yeah.
I was going to say this is how Ballistic High Speed almost died.
no, it's definitely. I got to get that fixed so because then we could use these and fire the rounds.
But Rich, would my character for Blood Diamond realistically have a SMAW or an RPG 7?
RPG 7.
Anthony is being a normie. He's making this all about his main character syndrome.
Yeah,
For one event. Hey, I'm playing a role. I'm devoted to everybody else's experience. They need to go up against,
I didn't even ask. Did
The
Hunter
real
and Josh
thing.
have their shirtless wrestling match yet?
not yet, but I've added oil to the mix.
Interesting.
and a kiddie pool.
I love how you took this apart. To
It's just motor oil. Yeah, well, we were so disappointed that we were just like, what is there, rubber bands in there? Just like launching this thing.
It just seems so weird. Like, it's like kind of rusty looking, and it looks like something
Bless you.
from like the 70s. Like, yeah, it's very interesting.
They bought out an Aquanet factory. I don't know. But they need to double the performance on that to make it even useful. And I'm sure they're probably going to be like, well, but the muzzle velocity at the muzzle, it could be dangerous. Like, yeah, well.
So what's the jury's verdict?
Right now?
Lame.
Yeah, super lame. Specifically for the mortar and the Law, we haven't shot the AT4 yet. Again,
and the Claymore is cool.
Claymore's cool.
Claymore's cool. But all the ancillary aiming shit and like, dude, they make a tracer unit for the AT4. I would not waste.
I'm pretty sure I could track it with my eyes the entire time.
Well, they have a glow in the dark rim.
I know. That's the.
I would not waste a single penny more on that lot. Again, we haven't shot it yet. So maybe next week I'll be like, nah, just kidding. I would buy it, but like to spend hundreds of dollars on ancillary things for the AT4. And if that's the performance, dude,
Nah.
that ain't it, kid.
All right. Stingray, Law and Mortar. Dun dun.
There was a time and place where I was like, oh, the Zulu Instagram has enough of a following that I could see, and like start tagging them because they were doing their whole thing of sending out free ones to people to try. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't do that.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I'd feel a little bad if it was free and we were telling them it was dog shit. At least this time it was like, oh, somebody paid for these. We can say it's bad.
Who got Andy?
yeah,
Andy.
yeah.
He bought like their entire product line to the point that they called him to ask if this was a duplicate order.
And he's a veteran. They took advantage of a veteran.
No. No.
Dun dun.
Oh, shit.
No.
Oh, do we want to take a break?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
let's take a break. Go buy some merch. Head on over to Zulu24.square.site. Pick up a t-shirt, a hoodie, a summer hoodie. We've even got shoes on there. Heck, you never know. You know what I mean? Buy one for your grandmother. She'll love you forever. Maybe put you back in the wheel. Anyway, get on over there. Check out our merch. It's always changing. Zulu24.square.site. And look for the little merch tab. I do want to talk about Paintball Central, though. Paintball Central. So I apologize. This cat called me Sunday evening.
Yeah,
And-
that caught me off guard.
And it was kind of funny because we've been getting calls lately about like they're weird. They're just strange calls asking strange questions that if you were going to start an airsoft field, you would ask these questions, but like a player really wouldn't. So it's kind of weird. Like,
Wait, so you're getting calls from a place?
no. Sorry. Divorce this conversation with Paintball Central.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I over the years, I've gotten calls that are blatantly from people trying to start airsoft fields and just want to ask, and all they have to do is be like, hey, I'm trying to start an airsoft field. What's some good advice? And I would fucking give it to them. Like, who cares, right? It's not hard to do anyway. But so they called Zulu Outdoor's number.
Okay.
Barbara picked up. She was zing out the register.
This happened like in the room, and like there was one comment you made towards him, and I was just like, what the fuck are they talking about?
So she answers the phone, looks at me, puts it on mute or whatever, and she's like, I think this is one of those. I was like, oh, well, let me talk.
When I saw that, I thought it was something completely different.
What's crazy is like Michael White called me at the same time. So I literally like handed her my phone to answer Michael White's call or whatever. I can't remember what it was, but whatever. We swapped phones.
They've had two phones.
2 phones, yeah. But anyway, this kid called, and I cannot remember his name. I apologize if you're watching this.
How dare you not watch this?
No, he definitely watches. From Paintball Central, and I'm pretty sure he said South Carolina, but it could also be North Carolina because they have multiple locations. And he was just like, yeah, it's like a paintball place, but they want me to run their airsoft stuff. And he's like, I was developing this thing. It's like a conical thing that happens throughout the year. And then I realized it's just Zulu's Milsome Day. And I started laughing. I was like, yeah, that's fine, man, whatever. And he's like, so can I just do that? And I was like, yeah, do it. I was like, what'd I say? the message of milsim needs to be spread far and wide or something like that. And
I remember you saying we're not gatekeeping it.
yeah, it's yeah. Go ahead and use it.
Did Anthony die out there?
I don't know, but mass shooting. But he did call and like ask permission because he's just like, hey, dude, this is like kind of you guys' deal. Like,
So they usually do. You know what? That sounds familiar. That name.
Paintball Central.
Yeah.
There's multiple locations.
I just looked it up. They have 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But the 2, I remember it was either North or South Carolina. So I can't
Really
remember
weird.
which
It's
one
called Paintball Central, but it's on the East Coast.
was. Wow, I mean,
It's a joke.
yeah,
Yeah.
But
Should be called Paintball East.
I just want to say thank you to that cat for calling and just kind of like asking permission. Honestly, you didn't need to ask permission. If you want to do a Milsim Day, do a fucking Milsim Day. And to be completely fucking honest, after we started doing Milsim Days,
Oh, that's why we have a body double. No.
oh god, after we started doing Milsim Days,
No. Anthony's over your shoulder just staring.
I fear not the man who strokes one time with 1,000 inches, but the man who strokes with 1 inch 1,000 times.
thank you very much. There you go. I lost my train of thought completely.
If you really didn't want to call it Milsim Day, you could call it Day Milsim.
Whatever. I also know that, okay, so we started Milsim Day, right? And like a couple months in my feed, it was like Milsim Day. So I clicked on it and it was from like fucking like 2010. From
Another place doing it.
some place down south doing a Milsim Day. And I was like, well, that's it.
Yeah, there's no copyright, trademark,
Yeah.
patent on the name.
No,
Yeah.
just fucking do it, dude. I don't give a shit.
Milsim Day is a thing, and we've created it around that name, but it's not our thing.
No, it's just a fucking thing, man.
Zulu
Nice try.
Extreme Ops.
No, but I thought it was very professional of him to call.
42069.
I thought it was very professional for him to call and ask permission, whether
Yeah.
required or not.
Yeah.
Just so that maybe down the road, what could happen is they're doing a Milsim Day. We could feel a certain way about it and be like, oh, what the fuck? You're calling
Quick,
the
let's
fucking Milsim.
trademark the term Milsim Day and then hit him with a cease and desist.
Yeah, right.
Quick.
Yeah,
File the patent.
So we don't care. If you want to start this shit at your local field, I say do it. It makes the gameplay much better.
However,
Much better.
that first hit of crack, it's a gateway.
Actually, can we get Mike back?
It'll kill open play. People will like it so much if you run it well that you'll notice that they just kind of
They don't come for regular days anymore.
you'll notice that they just want to come to Milsim Day.
Yeah.
Literally.
Which is unsustainable. But no, shout out to that kid. Hope you do great things down in North or South Carolina.
Hell yeah.
Or in both North and South Carolina?
I don't remember. I just
Well, I looked it
legitimately
up.
don't.
They have some in North and some in South Carolina. So
That's why I put North and South Carolina.
yeah.
So like I had another podcast I was supposed to be at right now, so I really thought my doppelganger can kind of just fill in and I would be able to do that one and be at two
He's
places
not
at
as
once.
Twinkie.
That's a joke.
Are you medicated today?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think
Look
so.
at-
I like how there's a silence.
This look like a horse cock to you? Douglas.
Mine's made out of cardboard.
Thanks, Sam.
You should put like a Snickers wrapper on it.
What?
It's so bad. It's so bad.
This is why I think you're medicated, because your jokes aren't hitting.
Yeah, you're way off.
I'm saving the really bad ones. Like, you know, Snickers changed the design of their candy bar to not include that veiny texture.
Okay, that one was good.
After a lot of consideration,
They brought it back. But like the guy called, but what no, you can't do it. Like who would have said that? That's like kind of psychotic. If anyone said,
Oh, I mean, I could have been like, well, I can license it to you for
Day.
$50 a day that you use it or whatever the
Well, you're
fuck.
gonna say Milsim-
Or you have to say this weekend at Paintball Central we're doing Zulu 24's Milsim Day. You know,
Oh
I mean,
my
there
God,
are some
I'll write
people
it for you.
There are some people that would fucking do shit like that.
I don't know. I get
You want to
know-
license it for $5 a head, Dylan, and I'll write it for him.
I mean, that's actually probably honestly. honestly, if you
That
had
ain't a bad idea,
so
actually.
for you guys to write out like step by step.
Yeah, but it's nothing special. There's nothing
Well, some people
groundbreaking
might-
that's
well,
happening.
Yeah,
some
see, but
people-
we have to lock it behind a paywall. We have to give them our 3-week course in 10 days online. You have
No,
to-
but that could be a product if it is accompanied by a functioning battle tracking app with functioning props.
Sure.
That the games you let the product run the games for you so that their staff doesn't have to do it. That would be something you can sell. That'd be a huge leap.
which is what Ares tried to do, but it didn't do it.
Or you tell them they just can't call it Milsim Day. They have to call it like
Day
Army,
Milsim.
like
I wanted to-
Army IRL.
You must call it Battle Sim.
That's a field.
I know it is.
Oh man.
It's also what the Europeans call Airsoft. Instead of calling it Milsim in Europe, they call it Battle Sim.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Battle Sim.
Actually, that Battle Sim place looks pretty neat.
Are you thinking of Battle Sim or Battle Labs?
Battle Sim.
Yeah.
Battle Sim?
Battle Sim?
Battle Sim. Maybe the name is not Battle Sim. He just used the term Battle Sim a lot. But I think it's in Vermont because they have a bunch of vehicles. It's kind of like DV8, but up north.
Militium Day. Got to find some other like. I like Milstim. Milstim. I like that. Like sometimes I'm Milstimming when I go to a.
I'm getting Battle Sim Red Alert Paintball.
Is it in like Vermont or Connecticut or?
I mean, I thought
New
Battle
England?
Sim. Oh, that's right. Battle Sim, I think was Warren's thing before.
It's got to be up here
no,
because
he did do Battle Sim. That's right. It was a
Are you going to Milsim?
Airsoft specific
Are you going to Milsim?
I'm
Vietnam.
not talking about this right now.
That's what he did. I remember that before Milsim West. He did like a Vietnam reenactment type thing, and it's called Battle Sim.
well, I stumbled onto it because some players that play here, mostly for ops,
Yeah.
also played there. So it's got to be within.
Yeah.
But-
Within driving distance.
Did you
Either
go,
the name is Battle Sim or he just used the term Battle
I
Sim.
think
I
you
can't
just
remember.
used the term
Yeah.
because I couldn't find anything.
Yeah.
Did you go to Milsim?
Which sim are you talking about?
Some time ago in the past, Jordan was telling me like the normie use of the word Milsim, like
Yeah, it gets
describing
right under my skin.
like calling a game like Milsim, like
It's like when
They're not incorrect.
what's the
it's the
what-
same thing when people call it Lion's Claw instead of Lion Claws because it's LIONCLAWS.
What if it's your mom and she just goes, "I fucking hate your boom booms."
Yeah,
Yeah, that too.
She calls it. She used to call it that. Fucking boom booms.
I don't whatever your
it's also be-
Pokemans and your Tic Tacs.
Your boom booms.
That's also because I still fall into the category of people that are in the belief the term milsim is overused. So when some players just like, I went to the milsim. Oh yeah, which one? And they're like, I went to Bad Blood, and I'm like, that okay. Yeah,
Listen. By putting on camouflage and running around with a gun,
I understand that. This is why I hate that term.
But, oh well.
it's the perfect term.
Bad Blood
Military
is a
simulation.
sentence, right?
It is
Military
and it's not.
simulation.
It's too ambiguous. We've had this exact argument on the podcast before, like 50 episodes ago.
If there is no command structure, it's instantly not Milsim.
What if there's
Military
a commander?
simulation.
What if there's a commander?
One commander.
That's it.
He doesn't. He's not very good.
Just a commander.
I
And he looks like General Zukov. Yeah.
General Mickey Mouse.
General Mickey Mouse. Yes.
I guess it depends on what military you're simulating. Like as long as
Yeah,
as
right.
long as you are simulating the structure of said military. So like for Blood Diamond, if we just roast a fucking pig out there and eat food and hang out and collect diamonds and do
You're all
like
gonna get dysentery together?
yeah, and we do like warlord shit.
Trigonosis.
Yeah, same.
If we just do warlord shit, smoke some opium, and like maybe
Yeah.
help out when they give us diamonds, like we are simulating that.
By the
Military.
time
It's
that
not a military though.
it's a militia.
What's a military?
I feel like somewhere in the definition of a military, there's an attachment to a
What
country.
is the definition of military?
I feel like I feel like you have to be
I'm
a
also
fighting
just calling it.
force for a country.
By the time that Blood Diamond circles around, Anthony is gonna have lost all of his energy and motivation for all of this. So like the night before, he's gonna be just like too busy working on like some fancy crazy gun where he's like, I have to get this done, I have to pay rent, oh my god. And then the day of Blood Diamond, he's gonna be like, fuck, I gotta get my shit ready, and he's only gonna play half the game, and he's gonna end up using his MP5 because he's like, fuck it jiggles, and
No, I can't use the MP5. Okay, how can a
My favorite comment on the last episode was the guy who's charging his chrono on the counter, and his wife thought it was a sex toy.
I mean, if you thrust into it fast enough,
Just like
You can tell what you're doing. What's the FPS of each thrust?
how many,
Anthony, what
how
do you
many
think?
joules of energy
What's
can
the
I
joules
create?
of energy? If you're thrusting into your chrono, can you figure that out? You find out the grams of your.
I
Look, I've
can't.
said it once and I'll say it again. A Tic Tac going 100 miles an hour will still fuck a bitch up.
It
Very
won't.
true.
Yeah.
If I cut my dick off
If you just
and thrust it to where it can detach from me, then I can calculate its weight, its size, and its velocity that it's going. But if it has to go through both sensors, because that's its.
Yeah, but if you just thrust 1,000 times, you basically
What if
give
you
it the
clone-
same
what
amount
if-
of 10 inches 100 times.
What if you use the clone a Willy? What if you use that thing?
A clone willy?
I don't
Yeah.
think he knows what that is.
Oh, you probably don't know what that is.
Is it wackadoo?
No,
No.
it's not wackadoo. It's
no,
definitely-
it's a mold kit you
it's
can
a
get
mold, it's a mold kit that you can get on Amazon to mold your penis.
Interesting.
and then make
Sign
a dildo
me
for your significant other.
Interesting.
So if you mold your penis and then just keep throwing it through at a certain velocity, you find out how fast you're doing, and then
Someone-
you throw it at that speed through an air cannon. You could theoretically at one point find out through a chronograph how fast you're thrusting.
More
Now I
importantly,
understand why Spotify puts us in the comedy section.
when somebody tells me to go fuck myself, I can fulfill that request.
You're
Or
like,
if you want to tell
okay.
or tell them to go fuck themselves, here.
I give them the mold kit.
I don't even have to do
Mold
it
your
for you.
penis so you can fuck yourself. The definition of a military:
Oh my god.
A, of or relating to soldiers, arms, or war.
Okay.
B, of or relating to armed forces. Definition 2A, performed or made by armed forces, like military operations. B, supported by armed force, a military government, a military coup. 3, of or relating to the army. Militaries, military persons. So
That's
it's
the worst. What website is that?
Merriam-Webster.
Really?
That is really
I
bad.
feel
Now,
like that
A-
was the most terrible fucking.
AI says a military is the official armed force of a country created to protect the nation, fight wars, and keep people safe.
That is a way better definition.
There are militaries that don't protect their nation. They do fight wars, but they're not necessarily trying to keep people safe.
Sounds like Russia.
So I think there's a key component there. It has to be attached to a country to be a military.
Well,
therefore,
actually, yeah, wait. So if you were a quote unquote military not attached to a country, would you be covered under the Geneva Convention?
probably not. You're just a militia at that point.
Yeah, you would be considered irregular forces, which are not covered under the Geneva Convention,
Bang, bang, boom.
which means a militia, militant group in the continent of Africa would not be a military, they would be a group.
So Blood Diamond is not a militant.
The military is the entire
Executive
national.
Outcomes is a mercenary.
CMC.
Yeah.
So the military is the entire national defense
You heard it
organization,
here.
which includes multiple branches like the Army, Navy, and Air Force, while an Army is
Well,
only the land-based branch of
hold
that
up.
military.
Hold up. We did fuck ourselves there because PAA is what exactly?
The People's Army of Africa.
Sounds like
self-labeled though, because before they were a militia group.
Yeah, but it sounds like they're fighting for their nation.
But they're not backed by the government. Because then it would be like Sierra Leonean forces.
So is the Continental Army
By
backed
your-
by a government?
No.
by England's definition, they
No
were
country.
guerrilla forces.
No
yeah.
country. There was no country.
Yeah.
There was no country.
America was founded by terrorists. Fun fact.
Now, who decides if it's a country or not?
The
winners.
By legal definition.
Really? But what if it's no clear winner at the moment?
I think how it
Like,
works-
what if West Taiwan decides that East Taiwan is not a country?
I think what's his face?
I'm real
the
glad
guy that
you're
wrote
using
the
my
wealth,
joke
You know,
the
like
wealth of
the-
nations to describe this.
West Taiwan, the guys that made these,
Yeah.
I'm real glad you're using my joke there.
who decides if it's a military?
I think it's
Oh, please stop eating. Please. I'm sorry, Rich.
sorry,
God damn it.
it's so good.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Fucking worse.
I know how to get under Dave's skin.
God.
A country is a tree that grows Australian filler words.
Anthony, you're losing me.
A country.
Crikey.
Oh my God. Do we have any other topics?
Yeah, we do,
No,
actually.
I literally, I'm trying to tell you that it's, but you wouldn't. I wasn't able to finish chewing. Other nations recognize you. That's why, like, when
Yes.
people are trying to recognize it works, to have other countries that are already established through trade. Usually trade is more important. That's like where God, what is the author?
Dude,
the wealth of nations.
Real deep into geopolitics for us.
No, we're getting deep into logic. So what you're saying is like, do you want to be featured on the Zulu 24 podcast? Shoot us an email at zulu24podcast@gmail.com to get a homemade ad read by me, yours truly, Anthony, and have your company or product plugged to the most elite concentrated target consumer base that exists in all of Airsoft, which is you guys, the viewers.
Completely unusable.
Whoa.
No.
Does this look like a horse cock to you?
We're trying to figure out the definition of a military, and it seems like the common denominator is that they are backed by a country or loyal to a country.
Some kind of government. Or
Not the government, the country. And in which case,
I think I would disagree, but go on.
Blood Diamond is technically not a milsim.
It's a battle sim.
It's a battle sim.
I got my wish. Milsim's no longer the term.
Oh man.
So if it's a fictitious country, then technically you're not simulating a military.
Which means Grimnir was never Milsim.
Which means GGP is not milsim.
No. They have a country attached. No. They're good.
Gojiria?
Yeah.
That's not real.
It's not a real country.
It's fictionally
Right.
based on Iceland.
So who recognizes Gojiria?
I do.
You do?
I recognize it.
The Almerics recognize them as something they don't like.
Does it recognize Gojiria as a country?
Oh, fuck.
Which town in America is that? Yeah, then I don't give a shit.
Monroe?
Oh, fuck. All right, let's move on.
Oh, God.
Is
So-
there moving on from that?
Yes, there is. RGK was talking about, he does his posts to drive conversations. One of them was, what's like a critical issue facing Airsoft? Like, what's like a critical thing? And then he had a later one that was talking about company shout outs. I should probably pull up the post to get more context.
Right?
So a critical issue.
I'm going to say it because it applies to me. Physical fitness and the lack thereof. And I think it prevents a lot of people from playing on days that are slightly uncomfortable. And I see it here.
Mm-hmm.
And it also doesn't help that our current situation around climate and all that stuff is being perpetuated in a way that makes it seem more dangerous than it is. And, the fucking heat dome and all this bullshit. You mean summer? You mean the fucking 2 weeks in July where it gets to 90 degrees?
Yeah, but those are
wait.
the same people that bitch and complain when it's too cold to play.
Sure, physical fitness,
Yeah,
right?
mind you, the horrible winter we had, it
Right?
snowed like a motherfucker, dude.
Yeah,
it
it
was
did.
Fucking great.
It was
Love that shit.
It was a gnarly winter this year.
Rich was making $1 million.
I love that shit.
But look, I feel like physical fitness encompasses all that, dude. I feel
Critical
like,
issue? I'm going to say critical issue. The tariffs for the United States. The tariffs are going to be a big friggin' issue. Like
yeah,
trying
but tariffs are down though.
You
but
say that JK Army wanted to hit with 28%.
Yeah, but now I think
They do. I'm saying U.S. tariffs are down.
Yeah, but the companies
They were
that are-
100%.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they're down from what they fucking were.
Yeah.
But
Also,
now I'm wondering if these companies are like, well, what's the point in making anything? What's the point in getting
even that,
anything?
it's-
It may be.
It's,
I don't think the
dwindling
U.S.
it.
market is as big as we all think it is. I think that the European and Asian markets are fucking 10 times bigger than the U.S. market.
Well, it's also sticky economics because when they see that, like JK Army, everyone's like, oh, tariffs are only 15%. They're only 15%. Well, they're hitting you with a 28.
Yeah.
So why would they stop if people are still paying the 28%? Why would they?
So stop paying it.
Yeah, so stop shopping with
Stop.
them. But
Buy
again,
low. Oh man, it's almost like this is the job of tariffs, right?
Yeah.
To bring business back to the United States.
yeah. But in terms of the airsoft industry, that still gets pushed on because, much like I pointed out, if they're charging that to import that VFC gas blowback 249, what happens when Evite gets them back? It's still got to come through the port. It's still made overseas.
Oh,
The
sure.
entire airsoft industry is made overseas, except for Polar Star. I know. Oh.
Terrorists. Sorry.
It's going to raise the price on
Terrorists.
everything. And it's the same
Oh,
argument
wow.
with the Boss unit when people are like, oh, hey, where the Boss unit at? It's still going to be $800, but we're still going to have to pay a 20% tariff on it, which means now it's $1,000, and you're not going to want to spend $1,000 for something that is not any different.
This question has a second part.
I'm looking at so I'm looking at some graph that says the global airsoft guns market size is 2.56 billion. 52% is individual hobbyists. Law enforcement agencies. I'm trying.
Where is that from?
I'm just looking online. I don't know if this is like real or anything like that. I'm just
Well,
like,
I'm asking where they're like, what website is that from?
not even AI. Google search kind of thing.
StatSim.
Yeah.
Statistic
literally.
simulation. So there's a second part to this question, which is what steps can regular players take to turn things around? I think that critical issue being tariffs, I think one thing we can do is just be more proficient with what we have access to. I've joked a lot as the tariffs discussions were happening initially, where Trump's like, we're going to do all the tariffs. I was like, look, if this happens, it might be hard for us to get stuff. I was like, the dark ages of airsoft might be upon us, where we might be repairing motors instead of replacing motors.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
making do with lesser parts. You know, it could change the way like I do my builds based on part availability. But I think people can be more proficient. If that critical issue that we're talking about is tariffs, if it's the heat, I agree with you, Dave. It's fucking cardio, drink water, go out and actually play airsoft, get used to it.
That is a specific North American, like, because we've had pretty good as far as getting stuff. They say the suggest of world. I just did airsoft players worldwide. They say anywhere from 3 to 6 million active airsoft players and collectors.
Total in the world?
3 to 6 million. 3 to 6 million.
Oh, I'd have thought more than that.
I thought it was like 271,000.
Now that's based that's market research.
Stop it.
Stop it.
So I'm actually reading a legitimate study on it from. Let me pull up the website. It's from Grandview Research, and they are citing that there's $2.4 billion for the market size as of 2025. The market forecast for 2033 is $4.5 billion.
So doubling.
And then handguns alone accounted for 41.1% of the revenue in 2025. Largest regional market is North America at 38%.
38%.
Yeah.
So that's not the entirety of the, like,
No,
that's
so
what I was getting at, was like, tariffs only affect, in this case, a third.
As far as the region, regionally,
But then
here's
the thing that affects downstream, because if you do have a large North American base, they're able to influx the money of guns and trends of.
I do see a hole in their statistics, because it says they did say it's a $2.4 billion industry. They're saying that North America only makes up 38%, but they're saying that the market size is $2.4 billion in the U.S.
Oh, in the U.S.
In the U.S. As you read down, because it's like at the very beginning, they're like, this is the market size, this is the estimated market size by 2033. But as you read down, it's like 38% in the U.S. market size and forecast market size in 2025, $2.4 billion in the U.S.
In the U.S.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't necessarily think that's that high.
Yeah.
I would see it as a potential $500 million industry in the U.S. Most of the manufacturing is done overseas. Everything done in the U.S. is retail. Again, barring Polar Star Wolverine.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like actual American-made products, nothing compared to retail, as far as that figure is concerned.
Yeah. But they clearly have they did their research, because I'm also reading where it's like key airsoft companies, Evike, G&G, Tokyo Marui, Chris, Lancer Tactical, Colt Manufacturing, which is Evike. Yeah. So they actually did their work to do this. There's a lot here, actually.
Yeah, it seems to be the airsoft is most popular, which makes sense. Japan, United States, United Kingdom, and each one is like a little different. The United States is more featured for huge open door spaces and massive, like multi-acre outdoor fields. Events large military simulations, milsims. Events track thousands of players.
Battle sims.
Hi, Milsim.
All right. I don't even remember why we looked that up.
We looked that up over the
critical issues.
Critical issues.
So tariffs play a role in that.
I think
physical fitness.
I think tariffs play a much smaller role than we actually think.
Physical fitness plays a role in it, and
Well, I was saying it's the critical issue facing like right now, right? I think that
I think
was
gas prices are the critical issue facing right now,
No,
right?
it's-
Like
yeah.
There's gas prices. I mean,
cost of living, fucking everything.
inventory shortages. Much like I said, HPA called me and was like, "We're out of 3.2s until sometime September."
Yeah.
This one got a lot of likes, this comment. The biggest issue is fields refusing to deal with toxic regulars. When bad behavior goes unchecked because someone is a loyal customer or a friend of the staff, new players leave and the community suffers. Players can help by welcoming newcomers, calling their hits. See, that's part of the problem. Like
I had to address that with a player on Saturday because it was
if
like,
people stop talking about call your hits, people just play,
yeah,
you know?
Benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, that's. I'm sorry. That comment was well constructed or whatever the fuck. But as
Yeah.
soon as you start saying "call your hits," like you lose me.
Yeah.
Like I know that you're not mature enough
I really
to
don't get-
to really understand how this game works.
Yeah.
And it's not
refusing
that-
to enable toxic behavior and supporting fields that enforce the rules fairly, like Zulu 24 Airsoft Bar.
Well, look,
Yeah.
and then the first part about the basically the favoritism, like that's one of the hardest things about starting. We literally last episode we talked about this. Like, is that you have to call the herd, right?
Yeah.
You have to make sure that the vision of Airsoft that you're trying to do isn't impeded by your friends. You know, who think, oh, I know the owner, so I can get away with it. Well, you know, it's a two-way street. I am the owner. We're friends. So you should play by the rules that I've set forth. And if they don't, you got to fucking piece them out, dude.
Like imagine you own an apartment complex and you have all these units. And you have a bunch of tenants. A lot of those tenants are your personal friends. And not only do they pay rent and they're important to you making profit off this apartment complex, but maybe they're handymen and they help fix shit when it's broken and they do it as favors because they're friends. But they also terrorize all the other tenants. You know, it's like dollars and cents.
Yeah.
People in that position, they're doing the math. They're seeing what is going to be more viable for them.
Yep.
Sure, and that absolutely, like that's almost a death touch to a field. Is what if it's actually happening? We've been accused of it before, but
somebody left a negative review on the store page for that exact reason.
Yeah,
And I'm just like, hey, man, you're the only reason I don't have a 5-star review rating on Google right now. This is about the field, not about the store.
yeah,
Yeah.
And isn't he like a verified?
Yeah, he
I know
is.
exactly who it was.
Yeah.
What he did leave out in that whole fucking diatribe, because I read I actually left it up.
I
there.
went and looked. He copy pasted the same review on
Yeah.
the field. And I'm just like, cool, man, 2 different owners. Like, that's not fair.
It's fucking collateral damage. What he left out of that whole thing was how he acted.
Of course.
This giant piece of shit, and I'll say that in all fairness because he's a giant piece of shit, came storming off the field screaming obscenities with like people in the parking lot, like every curse word you've ever fucking heard. Like I thought this dude was going to just rage out and like
So he's about to pull a dick and punch you in the face.
Did he tell you that he's going to sue you for everything you got and he's going to rename the field Dick 24 Airsoft?
I don't know, but he so conveniently left that out. He we bleep the name. He literally called like a giant piece of shit or
Who's the nicest person?
right, like what did he say? He called him what's the fancy word for when you can't read or write? Illiterate.
Illiterate.
He was like that illiterate Southerner, that piece of shit, steer on the field because he came off pissed off, like, and I was just like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, why don't you come over here? Let's talk about it. And he's just like, I can't believe that. Like,
I
again,
had his review pulled up.
this is what happened. He got shot up at the mosque.
Yeah.
He called his hit. I'm sorry. He got shot up at the mosque. He yelled hit, got shot 2 more times, flipped the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like as if, you know, and then he's like, ref, what the fuck? These guys are intentionally shooting. Oh, that's what it was. Oh, I'm never coming back here because you don't care that people are actually trying to hurt people here.
We're playing Airsoft.
And I was like, how many times did you get shot? I got shot 2 more times after I called my hit.
Roughly
Did you have your dead reg out? Well, no, I didn't have time. The fucking like whatever. And then he was like, yeah, dude, I don't know. He came around the corner, he got shot. He called his hit, and then he got shot again because he was.
Was this an adult?
This
Yes,
was a
this is an
full-grown male who, on TripAdvisor or whatever the fuck, is
I'm
like
gonna be honest
a
with you.
registered fucking
He's a
tour
local
guide.
guide with 146 reviews. So
Yes.
I have his review pulled up. It was on.
We should read his other reviews for other places.
So I have his
That's what you
review
should.
pulled up
That's a
for
good idea.
for the store. He gave us a 1-star review and says they treat certain people better than others.
Yeah.
fields are great and the shop is great. Thanks. It was, yeah, awesome.
1 star.
The owner is nice. The refs are shit and clearly play favorites. They don't know how to balance teams or build teams, especially this one specific group of tryhards, quote unquote, that spend ridiculous money on their equipment and never call their hits. They never split them up, and whenever they are there, it just ruins it. Next time I come, if I see them there and they don't split them up, I want a refund. I just want to have fun. We are playing a game in mosque. Someone is in the window covering the only way in, and he gets me. I call hit, put my dead rag on, and he shoots me again.
That's a lie.
I complain, and the ref does nothing. Then he does it again later after he clearly got hit as multiple players heard him get hit. Again, refs do nothing, and they are part of the same group. God forbid they get reprimanded. He wrote that on the Zulu Outdoor page. Now, if we go to Zulu 24 on Google,
What are the odds you got shot by a player?
No, it wasn't.
It was
It
Smiggy.
wasn't.
It was
It was
Smiggy.
Smiggy, yeah.
Yeah.
And even in his description, you're like, oh, okay, you got shot one more time? Like, dude, he came off the field so fucking hot.
Has this guy played multiple times since then?
He's played, no, that was his second time playing here.
Oh, his one on the field is even longer.
How long ago was this?
This was 11 months ago.
Yeah.
He hit
So
me here, and then he hit me here.
Now, keep in mind,
The Rich and Dick skits are fucking self-fulfilled prophecies.
I know. Keep in mind,
It really is.
the
Wow.
day that he's talking about. Obviously, I remember it because I had to deal with this fucking asshole. There was like, I don't know, 130 people here for an open play. It was, what's Smiggy's group? 10? Maybe. There's no need to split them up. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't affect anything by doing that. He just got pissed off because he got shot and it hurt. And he's a little overweight, so it fucking probably hurt it a little bit more because it sucks to get.
He got got. That's what let me tell you.
And he couldn't fucking swallow his pride.
I've said this. Sometimes you just
I've
get
said
got.
this multiple times.
A
that
reformed
Airsoft
fat
is
piece of shit. Reformed. Now he's a fit piece of shit. He can tell you from experience what it feels like.
Being a fat piece of shit and being yelled at by shitters at a AMS event, you think, wow, I must have been such a bad person. I had to turn around. I turned it around. I turned the ship around.
Very big. Now
I
he's-
said,
now
let me
he's
get the
very small.
Let me get the zep bound. Let me zep bound right into my neck, right into it.
So I
suck
have-
the fat out.
I have his review that he left on the field page, which is even
But
better.
I wanted to hold on before you continue. I just wanted to say is that like Airsoft, like legitimately, it is the only thing where you gotta have some thick skin, and most people do not have thick skin. First off, like quite literally, you have to have thick skin so you don't like just go right through you. But like literally, we have a bleeder. I got a bleeder because I get fucked up. I mean, I get like always fucked up bruises and like, oh my god, what bruise very easily. But like, dude, it just you realize that you suck and you fucked up.
No.
Like it literally is the word. It sucks, and like people just can't.
It's a
handle
mental
that.
check. Yeah, it's a mental check.
Yeah.
But I just love how he completely left out the way he acted after this. Because it was so fucking bad. I had to sit there and talk this guy down. I mean, dude, I was like, I wanted to punch him in this fucking throat because he's being such a fucking baby. And the language he was using in the parking lot with mothers and kids, like, he didn't give a fuck. He
Which
came
is
up.
funny because his review is like well written and constructed.
Yeah, no, he was not well constructed at that point at all.
Yeah.
Like, he was flying off the fucking handle. And I was like, yo, whoa, hey, like, just trying to, like, protect the fucking people there. But he conveniently leaves that shit out, where he acted like a fucking toddler coming off the field.
So
Was it a hot day?
No,
No.
it was 11 months ago.
So the review that he
So
left
it's
on
September.
on the field side is, so it's not 5 stars because there's definitely a difference if you play often or once in a while. If they see you play, consider you as somewhat of a regular. They treat you differently than if you are just starting out. Now, I play 4 different fields, indoor and out, so I see how they treat players. It's tough if you're just starting out, and honestly, a lot of the players are arrogant and think they're hot shit. Dude, relax. The biggest issue always is players not calling being hit, and refs can't always see it. I don't blame them. I will always be there for guys just starting out. I got you. Now the field is awesome. They just did some renovation, so it got updated and fixed. Some of the wooden structures really needed that. The games are fun and the rules are clearly stated. This is the closest airsoft field and I love it. Just watch out for that try-hard group of people, especially the one specific group, which purposely overshoot people after they are hit. You complain, and because they are buddy-buddy with the refs, they get a little slap on the wrist. And from now on, when I see that specific group there, if they're not split up, I want a refund. I'm just there to have fun and not getting hurt.
This whole argument was like, they're purposely trying to hurt people.
And the only other 1-star review we got recently, I remember this, fucking rained all day and no one showed up. So we went home early. And somebody called and was like, hey, I have a group of 15 people. And we said, hey, don't show up today. It's raining. No one's here. Show up tomorrow. And they still showed up today. And they got super pissed and called and screamed at Barbara. And we're like, what the fuck? You guys said there's always around 80 to 100 people here. We're here. There's no one here. And they, like, I have the security footage.
It's fucking downpouring.
Yeah. Them standing in front of the shop, like throwing a fit. And I'm like, I'm glad I'm not open right now.
I think that's the one where they're like, we went and played paintball and it was much better.
They said in the review, really disappointed and unprofessional. Wish they had been upfront about their hours and closing policy. And we're like, no, you called them. We told you, hey, no one showed up.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah. Some people.
Oh my God, bro. Just fuck.
The whole overshooting somebody when they're dead thing. It happens sometimes. Accidentally, you'll shoot somebody. Like you enter a room, it's bright out, it's dark in the room. The first figure you see, you're just like, you're just trying to do your thing.
I'll point out an even.
I'm gonna be
Do you know
honest,
what you do when you accidentally shoot somebody that's dead? You
think-
go, sorry, and you just move on.
You know what I think about that? I think of any man that acts like that deserves to get treated horribly like the woman treated that guy in Obsession. Women hate weak men, and you are a weak man, sir. You are a weak man. You crybaby little man. Like at this point, like people that take the time to write a fucking review. I don't even fucking do that.
And then Zulu
what
just
the-
verbally attacks and
always
insults
say it
people
when
that don't have a good time
Holy
at the
shit.
field.
I see that and I go, wow, what small pee energy. I'm like, my God. That actually has mentally, just hearing that just now, like that doesn't even affect me because I'm not even, but I'm just like, no wonder why we're in the predicament we have. And this person is able to vote.
Well, look,
this
but,
person is able to,
Normally, I would look at that.
I'm sorry, but fuck this.
Normally, I would read that bad comment because there's always just a kernel of fucking truth, right? In every bad comment, you don't really learn much from the good comments or the good reviews. You learn shit from the bad reviews, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like reading this and dissecting it, and then it clicks. Oh, that was that fucking guy.
We made a Richard and Dick because of him.
That was that fucking guy. And I was
I
like,
didn't know that was because of him.
I was like,
just thought we did a Rich and Dick on an angry guy walking up the field.
That was
because
it wasn't.
Dom was here. We had a cop car to use. We were like, dude, let's do
I'm a sovereign citizen.
Let's do one where Dick gets arrested.
Because of people like that.
No, like normally I wouldn't just look at a bad review and be like, fuck these people, right? Because again, there's a kernel of truth in everything. But I remembered him, and then I think I looked at the profile picture, and I was like, this is this fucking guy. Fuck this. Like,
Yeah.
the guy was such a the way that he leaves out his actions is purposefully done because he knows that he was
wrong.
If anything else happened up there for real, he was 11 times worse.
Yeah.
With the way that he acted and the way that he addressed the staff and the names that he was calling, like all this shit, dude. I was like, fuck this.
So
Like,
if he
nothing
was
good here.
if he was in the situation I was in Sunday playing, he would have had a crash out. So we played ambush start, conquest. Much like you said you didn't like sector control for Milsim Day, I don't think the ambush start with conquest is a good idea.
Okay.
It felt like a game with an identity crisis. We can talk about that, but that's the first time in a long time where I've been like, oh my God, we're spawn trapped.
Oh yeah.
There was we were spawning top of the trail. There were enemy players at the checkpoint. I was like, oh, this is bad. And I had no idea this was going on because I had bypassed all of that by starting in CQB and I went to the mosque. But by the time I had died all the way at Fuel Depot and walked back, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like there were just blue players all around the checkpoint and I watched a red player walk out, get shot. I'm like, you know what? I'll try. I get shot immediately. I'm like, yeah, we are actually being spawn trapped. Like,
You couldn't go around through the woods?
nope, they were at Haji Camp 2.
They weren't lower?
Basically, from where they were on the ridge of Haji Camp looking down onto it. So no matter what you did, like, and I looked at Alex, I'm like, hey, how much time is left? He's like 5 minutes. I'm like, cool, I'm just going to sit down in the open. I'm sitting down in the open, get lit the fuck up by my own team. I have my dead rag on. And I just start laughing. I'm like, yeah, I get it. Like, I understand how I got shot here because you're trying to shoot the guy that's like 200 feet behind me, but you don't realize that you don't have that range. I took like 6 or maybe 7 BBs. And I just kind of laughed, go, let me move out of the way a little bit. If it was that dude, he would have crashed the fuck out.
Yeah.
So everything you said, the only thing I picked up on was
Getting overshot and spawn trapped.
spawn trapping was real, and Alex did nothing about it.
No. Well, yeah.
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 That's an issue.
That's an issue.
That's a real issue. That's all right. We have a ref meeting on Saturday.
Yeah. I looked at him at the end of the game and I was like, didn't like that. And he kind of asked me why. And I said, well, 1, it was a game with an identity crisis. And 2, that was like the first time in a long time where if somebody said, hey, we're being spawn trapped, I believe them.
Yeah. That happens very rarely.
Yeah. Like normally it's one of those like, ref, we're being spawn trapped. You got shot at the checkpoint in your respawn stop of the trail. There were enemy players at the checkpoint.
I do think that the guy's complaints, though, the kernel of truth that I find from it is like a lot of the rules on the field, particularly the chrono rules, LMG rules, certain things like that, they are there to help prevent saltiness. Now, if you have the most mature, player base, you can have less rules because people just handle confusion better.
That's why I say the worst part of Airsoft is the Airsoft.
Right. So now, despite all of that, there's still going to be things that will set off those sensitive people. And I think there's some value in understanding what will get those guys set off so that we can think of ways to talk them down from the tree or give them expectations going into it, what it might be like so that they're not blindsided by it.
But in this particular case,
I didn't see how he acted. I'm hearing what you're saying.
In this particular case, even coming from his mouth while still shouting obscenities across the fucking parking lot,
Which is wild.
I had to go grab him and I pulled him over by my truck. I didn't even take him to registration. Like I took him over to my truck because I was like, I think I'm gonna have to fight this guy. Let me do it over here. And
Breaking news: Zulu 24 owner manhandles customer.
No, it wasn't anything like that. I was just
kidding.
hey, I was trying to get him to stop yelling. Is what I was trying to do. Hey, come over here. We'll talk about it. Come on. I hear you. Come on. And I was like, what happened? People out here trying to hurt each other. Okay, what happened? I got shot. Okay. And then he shot me again. Okay. Did you call your hit? Yeah. Did you pull your dead rag out? Well, I didn't have time. I was like, right in the middle. Okay. So was that his fault? Like I'm trying to see what you're mad about. I'm trying to actually diagnose what you're mad about to see if it's a failure on our part, a failure on your part, a failure on that player's part. And what it sounds like right now is you got hit with a BB and it fucking hurt. Then you flipped the fuck out.
Yep.
And I was just like, I don't even know how to handle this situation because you're not bringing a problem to me. I had, during an op one time, I had a group of people, and I'll tell you who it was afterwards, come up and they were just like, this fucking sucks. It was for a blood diamond, actually. Oh, it sucks. This game sucks. You guys run really good open play, and I was really like shocked, by how good your open play was, and I thought the events would be, but this sucks. This sucks, And I was like, oh, okay, well, what sucks about it? Well, the PAA, their services can be purchased, but some of them have blue armbands and some of them have red armbands. And I was like, okay, well, if you read the rules, then the armband color determines which side they're loyal to. And it was like, yeah, but then they had multiple armbands. I'm like, cool. Did you shoot the ones with the not armbands that are not part of your group? Well, no, we just think they shouldn't be able to be bought independently. I was like, they shouldn't. However, when you're put in a situation, just react accordingly. No, this
PID decision-making matrix.
Yeah, and I was just like, I don't know what you're mad about.
Yeah.
What are you mad about? Are you mad that you got shot by somebody who you thought was supposed to be working with you, but they weren't? I think that's really what you're mad about right now. This fucking sucks. All right, man.
Yeah. I think the other kernel of truth, though, is that there is a perception, because this guy's not the first person to say it in his bad review. Foghorn 5 talked about it a little bit. But it's the perception of, and this is not a perception for some fields, where staff picks favorites, and that there is this lack of management for certain people over other people. And
here's a crazy thing.
There is a perception of it, and people that walk into it with that idea already, they're going to be looking for evidence of that in every interaction that they have.
Sure, but if a player or a group of players or hundreds of players play on the regular to the point where we know their names and we can say, hey, what's up? And hey, high five and all this stuff. that's as far as it goes.
Yeah.
Right. And then also when we're picking teams and dividing teams, we know the capabilities of this group. Therefore, we're trying to juxtapose it. So yes, we are moving that group, but they don't get any special treatment. It's just because they play so often. We're like, hey, what's up, Sam?
I mean, here's the other
guy
thing.
that I know.
If you play a lot, you get better. Like it, like kind of is the I don't know. Man.
Also-
This is just like to me.
Also, field owners do not favorite the players that make all their other customers upset.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you don't continue to be buddy buddy with them, or it's like
yeah.
you know there's talks that are had with people that it's like, all right, you got to chill the fuck out. You know, during the night game.
I think you guys have very minimal of this compared to other fields. I would assume
Maybe
other
that's
fields are.
Maybe that's the case.
The
I think
self-policing is there,
My
like-
understanding is like other fields are just like a fucking nightmare. Like
They
legitimately,
can't be though. They really can't be, right? They simply can't be.
I think because they don't enforce rules. You really do enforce rules here, man.
Absolutely
Like,
do.
that's-
But here's the thing. I think it's a combination of two things. Well, three maybe. A, we live in a bubble. We live
Yeah.
in this bubble. B, maybe there are some instances where it could be perceived that people are receiving special treatment. And then C, everybody's so fucking dramatic now. Everything on the internet, there's nothing good on the internet.
No.
Right? And then when something happens, nobody's like, oh darn. They're like, oh my God. Oh.
Like we've talked about it before.
the Family Guy skit.
Oh my God.
He's like, the fights and flip out culture. Like
It's not even that, dude. But even the fights and flip out culture couldn't survive the fights and flip outs that they're fucking posting about.
I
Because
think
they're
it's
just as dramatic.
I
dude.
think of the bicycle and the guy throwing the
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
into his own
he's
phone,
doing it to himself.
and
Yeah.
then being like, I can't
Yeah.
believe that.
Yeah. How did that happen?
Yeah, he throws a stick into his own bike, trips, hurts his knee, and he goes like, "They're picking favorites." Like,
Yeah, right. Like I think there are some fields that probably need to fucking.
You
enforce
know
their
what?
shit, but-
I would be.
You've
very
worked at a field where that was the case.
that's true.
Well, but not only that,
So
like
you've
I've
seen
played,
it firsthand. You know what that looks like.
That's
true.
I've played at other fields, man, and they're fine. Maybe I don't like the rule set. Maybe I don't like how they're laid out. I don't like the games they play. But in terms of like favorite, I can't think of a single time where I was like, oh, that dude's the guy's son. You know what I mean? Like not once, dude. Like
I'd be
just shit
curious
happens,
if in the comments if somebody has a story or something of that. I'd be curious. I'd be curious to see because I
Well,
don't
and I
think
see
so
it-
either.
I agree. Like, comment, subscribe.
Did you know
notification
that?
bell?
Did you
so
know that?
get-
Well, did you know that only 80% of you don't subscribe to the? Isn't it 80%? What is it?
It's got to be
now
higher
it's a
than
new
that.
channel, so now it's higher.
We get more views on these than we do subscribers. Like we have like 140 subscribers on this channel, but we get like 500 views.
Yeah. So part of that is because we're still cross posting to the YouTube
Yeah.
for Zulu 24, and we've talked about that. We don't have to go all into it. It doesn't show the video on the profile, so it's just like in their feed it says that we're part of it. But I think it helps to have that little bit in the beginning where you're like, hey, did you realize that we moved? So I'm going to copy paste that
Yeah.
into this episode, because a lot of people don't realize that. Because when I look at the back end metrics, it's like 70% of them, while yes, not subscribed, are also viewing it because they got recommended it for following Zulu 24.
Yeah, that's fine. But I also see it too. Like sometimes adults who come over and like, hey, you got a Band-Aid? For what? Oh, I got shot. I got a shot right here. I don't want it to get infected. It's probably not going to get infected, dude. It didn't even break the skin. Yeah, but can I get a Band-Aid? Why? Why do you need a Band-Aid? I got shot in the face on Milsom Day, and I was like bleeding profusely. And everybody I passed was just like, "Oh man, you should go get that cleaned up and put a Band-Aid on it." I'm like, "Yeah, but the game is still going on. I'll be fine." And then one guy was like, "You should really put a Band-Aid on it." I was like, "I'm gonna let my body do the Band-Aid with
What
this
about
thing."
Somebody else looked at him and went, "Real world, real world, cease fire. He's dying." He tackled him on the ground. He's like,
he's
"Don't
putting a
move your
tourniquet
head.
on your
Don't
neck
move
and being
your
like,
head."
ah!
Guess what didn't happen? Didn't get infected.
Lay him on his side.
It's healing just fine because believe this or not, your body has its own Band-Aid, if you will. It's called clotting blood. So as long as your blood clots, you're fine. But I don't know.
I've gotten shot so many times in the face, and people are like, "Oh man, you got a big one." I'm like, "Oh yeah."
You got a
Anthony
good
comes
one,
up to
too.
me and goes, bro, you got zapped. And I'm like,
like
I go like this. Oh yeah, I did. There's like literally blood, like just like really trickling down.
Dave will
like,
give me shit. He'll give me shit because he'll see me with a bunch of band-aids on my fingers sometimes because I cut myself when I work on shit. Now, look, if you feel like,
my hand.
well, okay, do you want blood on your fucking gun? Do you want my blood on your gun? I don't think so. So, cover that shit up. But like, if you need a band-aid and you're an adult, but you don't have what you need in your car because you're not prepared, you're not an adult.
Or you don't have grass and duct tape or like whatever.
Yeah.
Like I did construction, man. You would cut yourself fucking constantly. And the only time you ever did anything about it is if you were going to bleed on the product, right? And it would just be like toilet paper and electrical tape.
Yep.
Boom.
Yep.
Until that fell off. And then you're like,
And it would fall off very
whatever. Yeah, like whatever.
But the original question was
Critical issues facing airsoft.
What is? I want to know Jordan's. I'm curious, Jordan, from his perspective. What
Right now, it's the tariffs. Right now, it's I
Would it
can't
be the
say
same?
it.
Oh, you can't say it.
He's gonna bleep it. It's the
Yeah, I'm gonna bleep that. You're right.
critical issue facing
No,
airsoft.
it's not. I already figured out how to fix the issue with that.
I think it's that VFC hasn't made a fixed carry handle upper for their AEGs. Sorry.
It's my critical issue is that I
Okay,
can't
stop,
get a
stop.
VFC
Jordan,
M249.
Jordan,
stop.
I'm just
Stop.
gonna go back to doing what I was doing.
Everybody,
No, Jordan.
Shut up. Both of you were like, I wonder what Jordan's take on it. And as soon as he sat down, you guys fucking went apeshit on your own. Jordan, what do you think is the most critical shit happening for airsoft?
Oh fuck! Now you put me on the spot, and I didn't really think about it because I didn't think I was actually gonna get a chance to talk.
No.
Oh fuck! I agree with you in the physical fitness part. I see the internet and it's toxic.
Yeah.
If you actually, oh no, wait. Okay, we could talk about it from a gas gun perspective. I'll give you the autism you want.
I unplugged my mic. So.
Oh, you did unplug your mic. I'm impressed. You can plug it back in. I trust you.
You have the talking stick.
Yeah, I have the talking stick. I have the talking stick.
Does this look like a horse costume?
I've seen it since we started doing content with the Classic Army Lancer gas guns. People will pick one side, much like you talk about your elitist tech Discord. People will pick one side and then they will only agree with anything that's pro that side. So if you like VFC, you hate the fact that anyone in this room likes Muruis.
That's a microcosm of humanity today,
Yeah.
is that we're so fucking tribal over nothing.
Yes. We saw it on Sunday. There was this group of kids that were here. I'm just going to say it. They were a little rude to the point that Tom was going to be like, I'm going to tell them to leave. And it was over the fact they were basically shit talking the store while standing in the store. And we're like, you guys are like 18. Shut the fuck up. You're just being rude. And they saw a mag on the counter. They're like, oh, is this a GHK mag? I'm like, no, it's a Marui mag. And they're like, oh, Marui suck. GHKs are better. And I looked right at this kid. And you know which kid I'm talking about. I looked right at him. I'm like, GHK. They're rentals for a reason, and it's because I can trust them to work, but the Maruis are better. And he's like, you don't know what you're talking about. And
You're right.
I'm kind of laughing going, oh, do you just only like GHKs? He goes, yeah, they're the best system on the market. And I go, even the VFC users are going to tell you you're fucking wrong, dude. Like, but I see it all the time because even on the comments on those videos, they're like, man, I feel really bad for the US market. You guys aren't able to get VFCs. Like, what a shame you can only use the Maruis. Hey, man, the Maruis are fucking great.
Yeah.
Can we
Like-
compare gas gun brands to political parties?
Kinda.
Oh my God! Is there a
Liberal, conservative, libertarian, Green Party?
Yeah.
Green.
Like, I...
right authoritarian?
Shocker. I feel like Anthony sometimes because it's like, shocker. I own and have owned VFCs. I own and have owned multiple GHKs. I have a bunch of Maruis now. And what can I tell you from owning the trifecta of the three that are the most popular?
It depends.
It really fucking depends. Do you want the most recoil? Sure, buy a VFC. If you want a gun that you have to buy 200 feet lips for, buy a GHK. If you want a gun that's going to work the majority of the time, shoot really well, and maybe it doesn't have as much recoil, but it has so much aftermarket support that it's worth buying, buy a TM.
And if you want a paperweight,
I would love to
And if
see.
you want a paperweight, you buy anything made by WeTech.
I want to see the gas gun user version of this.
But if you
can the viewer take this matrix and put gas gun brands on it?
well, so that's the thing. I might have to do it myself because I'm writing a script currently for a video talking about gas guns and
What would be
maintenance and stuff.
okay, so
Authoritarian is going to be VFC users specifically that are in the heavy recoil Discord or the gas blowback
all right, so
subreddit.
it's authoritarians up top,
Yeah,
libertarian is at the bottom,
MWS
right,
users.
and left. So what would be left authoritarian? So the upper.
Oh, those are the
left
WeTech users that just refuse to say anything else is good
Okay.
because they're not open to trying.
Okay, left libertarian.
Oh fuck. Oh, anything made by Vorsk because it's cheap, so they think it's good.
No, AAPO1 conversion kits.
Bingo. You can make anything in with an APO1.
I got a G11. Look, I got the ray gun from fucking zombies. I got
No. I made the gun from Gundam.
APO1 users,
Okay, authoritarian right.
GHK users, because they won't even try anything different. They're stuck in the old ways.
All right.
Or anyone
in
that
the old ways.
or still anyone that claims Western Arms is the best gun out there.
Okay.
Ooh.
How about right libertarian?
The people that magically found Inakatsus.
Ooh.
the Alex Jones meme where he's like, vampire. Patriot.
I should make a version of that for gas guns.
That would be pretty good, actually.
Next level.
I'm not going to give away the entire bit, but I'm writing a script currently for a gas gun video that's going to talk about tech work because people have been asking for that since the class. It makes sense. The classic armies are out. They're $300. They're competitive with AEG pricing. And now you're going to have this influx of people buying a gas gun and going, where the fuck do I start? So make a video explaining it. And there's a joke in there that I wrote. And it's basically like, but if you go online and then if you believe anything from these two places, and it's going to show the gas blowback subreddit and the heavy recoil Discord, it's going to be like, they're going to tell you you're wrong for buying a TM. Don't worry. It's okay that you're here. Thank you for existing with us. But it really is. If you just read the internet, you're going to find people constantly talking about like, oh, well, you have to buy VFC. It's got the maximum amount of recoil. We see it with, if it's not VFC, it's not for him. Like,
Which gas gun user is friendly to the opposing side at protests?
TM.
TM? Okay,
Yeah.
so that would be the libertarian right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Libertarian right.
Or in the middle.
Because
This is what you need to tell them. You have to be like, liberals are gay men that are secretly racist, and conservatives are racist men that are secretly gay.
this is just a bleep fest.
Don't
But-
bleep that.
Do I have to bleep that?
I think you may have to.
I wanted to bleep or didn't want to bleep the one from last week, and you said we had to.
We're not, right, but that is so true, and I'm willing to die on that hill of that viewpoint.
Which is why when people are sitting here that I know watch the podcast and talk shit about the fact I only do TMs, I'm literally sitting here talking to Anttech, which is the gas blowback company on the West Coast that only promotes VFC and TM gas guns.
My best friend's black.
Yeah.
Can they get me an M249?
I'm going to ask him. I've been talking to him the entire time because, shocker,
I have gay
didn't
friends.
I didn't even start it. They DM'd us while we were doing the show. They replied to our story because they see we're doing gas blowback only night. And they're just like, hey, man, this is fucking cool. Love to see that you guys are doing gas guns too. Can we talk about this? Yeah, let's talk.
No.
We can.
I do like that they seem to be really trying to get product to
Anttech
people.
is, from what I've figured out, and if they end up watching the podcast, they can tell me if I'm wrong. It seems like one dude that's autistic about gas guns in his garage.
Yeah, him and a friend. It
Yeah.
seems like, and a couple other
But
people.
they're
yeah.
importing VFCs, and they're also doing all of the TM stuff. They sell the Double Eagles and the Classic Armies and the Lancers. And it makes sense that they're on the West Coast because they have easy access to all of those. But importing VFCs is impressive. A lot of people can't get them right now. So, yeah, no, that's my big gripe, is people on the internet become super toxic. And then on the outside perspective, if you're looking at getting into Airsoft and all you see is toxic community, you don't want to get involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Much like Dave said, the stuff that always is toxic and viral is usually the negative shit, and the stuff that does
But you know
well
what's
is
funny? The
never see.
toxicity. A lot
It
of
sells.
times
People love drama.
I think the toxicity keeps people around because people are very
Yeah.
have very boring lives.
It
They
could
like
be,
it,
but
right? The initial, right?
it's the same
It's
thing, though,
hard
that
to
I
get. It's
say.
the gatekeep, right? But once you're in there, it's hard to get out.
Yeah, but at the same
It's
time, you
hard
know
to,
how many
like,
times I've
change.
had to have the conversation with a parent?
As a younger person, it's harder, but as an older person, you might be able to be swayed.
What was
It's
that?
almost like
What was
cults.
that, Jordan?
It's almost like cults.
No, but you know how many times I've had to have that conversation with parents in here where they bring, let's just say their 14-year-old son, and they're like, he really wants to do this, but like I Googled it, and I go, you Googled it and you saw fist fight videos. And I'm like, yeah. I go, yeah, that doesn't happen here. That's
Oh,
just,
I've actually been in here when you've
yeah, exactly.
That's happened.
That's
Yeah, actually,
happened
yeah.
a lot.
Actually, you're right. And I was like, wait,
Exactly.
I was like, what? I'm like, that doesn't happen. And I'm like, oh, I never really thought
Yeah,
about the
it's
Google
because-
Is there
video.
a way for us to independently train the algorithm so that doesn't come up when people Google Airsoft?
I think it's just
I don't know,
impossible,
because
it's just views from like other people that don't even play. They
From
don't
someone that works on social media
Yeah.
pretty much all day.
It's us standing in front of a tsunami.
Yeah, and it's also everyone's algorithm is different. Like Dylan texted me and he was excited for the first time in a while. He's like, I looked up Zulu 24 on YouTube and the first video I saw wasn't from the Zulu channel. And I'm like, okay, but I have 4 YouTube accounts, and when I Google Zulu 24, the first thing that comes up is Zulu 24 videos. That's just your algorithm, man. He's like, well, it was also an RGK video. I was like, that's not any different, man. It's the Tev.
He's like, when I typed in Zulu 24, all I got were Viagra websites. That was such a funny. I remember that. I was the ref during that. There was an anniversary game.
Yeah.
Huge line of people at registration signing in, filling waivers and everything. And we're trying to get everybody in line to go on the website and fill their waiver online. So they don't all have to wait for the iPad to be free. And somebody like took the Zulu domain or something and made it redirect to like a Viagra website. And there were like parents that were like, so I went on your website and it's just Viagra. And so then we're like, no. It's the, what was it, the square.site or something?
Yeah. When we switched over to that.
You got to do the different one because it's so fucking.
Blue Chew. We got some Blue Chew.
Google hasn't caught up yet.
Yeah.
And they didn't update our website. That's the best one. Your website says you're open. Show me the website, and it's the Google search listing. And you're like, I wish that was my website. I wish Google was my website. It's not my website. But
Yeah. So all of that said, those critical issues, culture, toxicity, and everything ties into one big thing of welcoming new players. And it poses another thing that RGK made a post about, which is how do you handle rental players? And specifically,
you round them up.
How do you handle rental players on open play days? Do you try to squad up with them to help them enjoy the game day? And if they're on the opposing team, do you ease up to keep it fun for them, or do you play at full intensity? Now, my comment was this. I'm usually too busy getting wrecked by rental players despite my maximal effort to win to even think about how I'm acting around them. Best way to handle them is to team up with them and let them lead. I'm bad at Airsoft. This is 100% true. I have been schwacked by rental players, okay? I call them child soldiers for a reason. All right? They are short. They can run at full sprint. Proper running posture while still being low enough to not be seen by people that are just peeking over their cover. They will charge buildings. They do not fear death. Okay.
If you get them that way, sometimes they're scared, but like if you get them, the little kids, you get them to like just like, I hate to say man up, but I'll just use that term. And they're like, oh my God, I got a guy. And I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. And I'm like, yeah, dude, you're like this little person that like literally can just go around and no one knows the wiser. And you could literally run 100 miles an hour, whereas someone else of a similar size has the risk of both their knees snapping backwards,
right?
And then falling on their face.
And you know what? Even if they do step the wrong way and their knee does go backwards, they're fine. They'll recover in a couple of minutes. They're elastic.
So
they're kids.
Many years ago, Mario was still a partner. This might have been like, we allowed tags back then. So 2015, maybe 2016, I can't remember. Open play day, pretty good day. Mario and I are part of a group back behind African Village, and we were going to push through, right? And so we initiate, we start killing dudes out in the open. Mario's just whipping tags, and then we push through, and I see somebody in one of the huts. So I'm suppressing the hut window as Mario's moving up with a grenade, with a tag. And it was when the AFG-6s came out. And he popped the pin through an AFG-6 in this building. And what we heard come out of there before the grenade went off was screeching like 4 prepubescent children screaming at the top of their lungs, and then it went off. And it was just like dead silence. And then more, oh my God, we're on. Yeah, I was just like, they're never coming back. It's like, it was for Hoodie Warrior rental kids, like on the young side of 12.
Yeah.
You know, and Mario's just like trying not to laugh. He's just like, guys, I'm so sorry. They were just like, oh my God.
They're in class on Monday having flashbacks.
Yeah, they weren't having a good time. Like, nobody got hurt, but I mean, like, they weren't like, oh, this is exciting, we're getting shot at. No, it was like, oh my God, hi, they found us.
They found us.
You know what I mean? And then a grenade pops through the window.
Yeah.
Like, oh God.
That's why, like, with people like a group like that, you got to get them at least one where they kill or they get some kind of action scene.
Yeah.
So then they're like, you know what? Even though like I've always said, I don't care if there was a game where I'm just getting like smashed, as long as it's like in a not a weird way where it's like
you need high intensity.
yeah.
You need high intensity.
When I was 13, I had Turtle Beach gaming. I had a Turtle Beach gaming headset.
Those are
And
nice.
when I played Battlefield 3, I heard the suppressive fire, and I was like, I am in war. And then at Old Zulu, we did that op where Rich Moore was the president.
Oh, that's
and
right.
we had captured him, and we're in the building that used to be the 2-story. And somebody threw a Thunder Bee in there, and it was so loud. It was the most concussive thing I've ever experienced in my life up until that point, right? Because we were in a building that was closed off. This thing went off, and it was just like, and in my head, I was just like, fuck yeah. I was like, this is just, it's just like when I'm wearing Turtle Beaches and playing Battlefield. I was like, fuck yeah.
And that was only like, what, 4 years ago?
Yeah.
yeah, dude,
For you, it's like,
that was actually a year from now. I'm 12.
Yeah.
back in the past, in the future.
Yes.
Yeah, but somebody brought up a good idea, and it's basically like if we see rental groups or rental players or whatever, we basically just take one of the old heads and be like, hey man, follow this guy for this game, just this one game. Follow this guy for this game. Hey, do
Yeah.
you mind not babysitting,
Yeah.
but like,
I think even showing them like
Sherpa.
their hop up, like, hey, this is what you do,
Well, I mean,
hey,
but,
little
like-
things like that, you know. It's like,
but attach these new players to a veteran player. Obviously both parties being agreeing to this, right? And then just play one game. That's it. So the new guys don't feel like they need to be led around all day, and the old heads don't feel like they're being weighed down by new guys, which is rarely
Yeah.
the case, to be honest with you. But,
yeah.
and then so now they can kind of show them the field, put them in better positions than just going straight up the middle. And I think that the new player would have a much better experience.
Yeah, I do that a lot. I actually tell people like, yo, if you get in this position right here and you just sit right here, I swear to you, you will get a bunch of people. And then like they kind of look at me, and I hate to say this sounds so cringe right now. That's why I like being on the podcast, is because people will be like, oh, it's Rich, I'm gonna listen to him. Okay, thank God. That's all I
for
want.
the fame.
That's
I
all
am
I want.
commander.
I am the commander.
I am the captain now.
I am the captain now. But I just like that because then people will follow me. I'm like, look, there's a high possibility that we're all going to get vaporized. I'll be the first one to get vaporized. I'm not going to be the guy that's like, everyone is meat fodder and I come up on top. I'm like, yeah, I am not that. I will be the first one dead. As long as everyone gets in there and at least one person gets the objective or whatever, I'm like, cool. That's where I've said this multiple podcasts where I've like, I just don't want people to not move, for the love of Christ almighty.
You have to ask them very seriously, are you guys ready to die a glorious death?
Yeah.
And if they're like, yeah, you're like,
All right.
let's do it.
Dude,
Let's die a
do it.
glorious death.
Let's do this.
Charge.
Here, take a grenade. Here you go. Take this grenade and throw it. Really? I'm like, oh.
They pop the spoon. They're like, when do I throw it? Throw it. What?
But yeah, even just showing them a little bit of like, yo, if you stay right here in this certain angle, see how they can't shoot you and you could shoot them, and like just a little bit of that, like, oh yeah, I didn't think that. And then just a little bit of that, like, and then they get a couple of people like that. Even if the rest of the day they're getting like, a grenade thrown in, they're like, oh, they were like, it's not as like
It's like Jedi training. And I remember back when I was a ref.
Jedi training.
Yeah,
What?
like you're training these young airsofters to
Padawans?
to-
Is that
you're
what they call them?
You're giving them a good experience,
Yeah.
so that they can continue to play and grow into like good players,
Yeah.
that like contribute to the experience for everybody, including themselves. And I remember I was reffing. We had younger players that would come, and you'd be reffing, and if it was like a low player count game, you'd be like, don't stick out too much, man. Like
Yeah.
you give them little pointers, like you're exposing yourself. So you do little things like that. There was one player we did that for. He was a Padawan, and he had turned to the dark side.
What, did he become a shitter?
Let's just say June gonna be a movie.
Yeah, that whole thing never happened. But
Yep. He started out as one of those kids that was like
yeah,
promising young player. Like he likes this. He's really into this. He's gonna come here for years and play.
he was
and
a bit different though. He was a little bit more mature for his age, and he was fearless.
yeah.
And that's not the case anymore, from what I've seen. But
Yep.
all right,
But he turned to the dark side.
true story.
And then this is another good one.
Over 2 hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should wrap it up.
Okay, so we'll wrap it up really quick.
We can leave it for next week, Anthony.
I'll do it really quick.
I don't know.
Really quick.
man.
What keeps you off the field or away from the field when you want to play? People say heat. They say money. I say guilt. I have guns to work on. Last one.
The work?
Thermal bad and tracer good.
No,
I
no,
say
no. We'll talk
thermal
about
bad
it.
and tracer good, and that's it. We're gonna wrap it up. Jordan, you have no. No, I'm kidding.
Stop. We'll talk about that next time.
We'll talk about it next time.
That's a longer. Actually, it's funny too because Eric just came out with a thermal video, but
That's a much longer conversation.
it's a very long one. But I guess with that,
Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for listening. And
I'm gonna see how much of this I have to cut.
good night. God bless. We're out.
That's all, folks.
Remember to like, share, and subscribe.
Oh my God.